And I don't know if we'll see the long bombs in the wind.
Yeah, you never know. It depends on how the game's going, too. But, yeah, he's thrown for over 800 yards here in the first 7 weeks of the season. Taylorville comes into this game with just a 1-6 record. They won their second game of the season in a non-conference battle with Elgin St. Edwards. The Railers 3-4. So this is a big game for the Railers to get to 4-4 and hopefully get that fifth win next week. But got to take care of business tonight first.
While we've got a chance before the national anthem, let's quickly take a look at the Me Realty lists of the game.
Okay, we got three keys here on the list of the game. The first one is to run the ball, and to run the ball, you got to have some good blocking. So it's important for the line to do the blocking. And we're going to take a break here. We'll get to the other two in a minute, but it's time for the national anthem.
Holland Berry & Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Holland Berry & Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Back here at Hanlon Field for tonight's Rail Splitter football game against the Taylorville Tornadoes, and we'll finish up checking the list of the game from our sponsor, Me Realty, in the pregame.
Okay, our first list again was the blocking. You got to block for the run. Run game only works if you get good blocking up front. Number two, you got to tackle well. Defensively, you got to be in the right spot, and you got to wrap up and tackle the running backs for Taylorville. And number three, Taylorville has kind of liked to throw the ball. Tonight might make a difference with the win, but they're still going to throw the ball a little bit. They like to throw screen passes. They're going to run some option. Railers have seen all this. They prepared for it. So now they just have to execute on defense.
Thank you, Coach Schweitzer. And that's tonight's list of the game brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty. You can also check them out at merealty.com. The Rail Splitters come in with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. The Taylorville Tornadoes with 1 victory and 6 losses. And Lincoln, the favorite in this one, but you never know. They're playing on the home field on a senior night, so we should have a pretty good chance in this one, Coach.
Well, we certainly should, but as you said, you got to do it out on the field, and so they have to come ready to play. Taylorville has a young squad. They have 27 sophomores on their squad of about 40 players, Bob. And so, they've been getting experience under fire out there. They've got a sophomore quarterback. He's the coach's son. The head coach there is Jeb Odom. He's been there for a long time. Before that, he was a quarterback there. So he's been around for a long time in Taylorville, knows a lot about Taylorville football. The Railers on the other side, Coach Matt Sokowski in his 7th year at Lincoln. As you said earlier, Darren Stevens, quarterback. He's thrown for over 800 yards. Our leading rusher is Deon Carson and Isaac Decker. And then
Peyton Johnson and Bonner.
Peyton Bonner, the top 3 runners for the Railers. And then Carson and Decker are also leading receivers. So got some people that can make plays, and they just have to get out there and execute tonight.
Well, the first guys out in the red jerseys with the white helmets and the white leggings are the seniors for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. They should be on senior night. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with more of the pregame.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
Well, Splitter football, and as you watch the seniors come out, Coach, they've got an excellent inspiration tonight to play their last game here on Hanlon Field.
Yeah, it's always kind of a melancholy, to play your last home game, and it's you obviously want to get out of here with a victory. So I think that's some added incentive there also. And we besides our seniors, we have a good mesh of juniors and sophomores playing too. So let's hope they've got their A game out here tonight and take care of business and leave here at 4-4.
We'll take a quick look at our starting lineup. On that front line is senior Ryan O'Donohue. He wears the number 65. The guards are Evan Wackendorf and Joe Dom. The tackles are Tate Johnston and Frank Sanders. And the punter and the tight end is Jaden Ledley. He was a little injured that last game, but he's ready to go tonight. Of course, our running backs, as Coach mentioned, are Keon Carson and Isaac Decker, along with Peyton Bunner from the fullback position. And also our wide receivers are Colby Glenn and Kanai Carson. And our quarterback, as we mentioned, he's passed for quite a few yards this year as the junior, Darren Stevens. Defensively for the Rail Splitters, up on that front line, it'll be Jared Fultz. He's one of the seniors. Nico Sundin, he's a senior. Evan Wackendorf and Frank Sanders. The linebackers are Jaden Ledley, Tate Johnston, and Peyton Johnson. And the corners are Christian Brown and Kanai Carson. And the safeties are Colby Glenn and Isaac Decker. And got a lot of guys, as usual, going both ways. But at this point of the season, they're well-conditioned and they're ready to go. And they're out there at the center of the field, Coach, for the flip.
Yeah, they're getting instructions there from the official. And now there's the flip, so we'll see here in a second how this game is going to start. But Lincoln has their four captains out there. There's four captains out there for Taylorville and the head coaches. So going through the formalities right now, getting ready just before the start of this game.
The captains for Lincoln are Jaden Ledley, Isaac Decker, Peyton Johnson, and Ryan O'Donohue. And we'll soon know. It looks like Lincoln's going to get the kickoff. So Isaac Decker and Keon Carson will get the first shot with the football. One of those guys will get the kickoff from the Taylorville Tornadoes. And there goes Keon out onto the field with his teammates.
Yeah, I didn't see the initial signal whether the Taylorville won the toss and deferred, or if Lincoln won and decided to receive the ball. But anyway, Lincoln's going to go on offense first, and that's not a bad idea on a night like this to hopefully get an early lead and then build from there.
Now the Carson brothers are out there on the kickoff. Keon deep, and Kanai, one of the good hands guys, up there close in case the kick is short, along with number 3, Gabe Smith. Also out there for the Rail Splitters, number 41, Jared Fultz is on the kickoff squad, along with Peyton Bunner, and also number 7 for the Rail Splitters, Ryan Fruget, and he's out there talking to the officials. He's in the center of the field. Also for Lincoln out there, I see number, I believe that's 20, and he may get some runs tonight, and that's Jaden Gully. We got to see him a little bit last Friday night.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things we didn't talk about when we talked about the list of the game for tonight is turnovers, and Lincoln so far this year in the first 7 7 weeks has been turnover-free. We've had a few, but not a lot, and this is the kind of night that you might have some turnovers with the weather as it is, and so if Lincoln can eliminate those and possibly force a few from Taylorville, that will be a plus for the Railers.
Also out there on the kickoff team for Lincoln is Jaden Dom as Taylorville gets ready to kick it away. They've got the football and they've put it down. They're teeing it up, and let's see if we can pick out who the kicker is. I believe it's number 20. That's William Blue, I believe, will be doing the kicking for the Taylorville Tornadoes. He waits for the whistle from the official, and all our kickoffs brought to you by Chicago Street Rentals out on 1909 North Kickapoo Street. Perry Weinbrenner and his fine crew for Chicago Street Rentals out on North Kickapoo. Don't forget to stop by. And now the official coming out on the field. Now he's coming back again. I don't know what he's doing out there, but now he's ready to go. Kicker's got his hand up, and he's ready for the approach from his own 40-yard line. Back there deep are Keon Carson and Isaac Decker for the Rail Splitters, and we're underway. Here's the boot. It's a short one, and it's going to go out of bounds, Coach, and the Rail Splitters are going to get some good early field position.
Yeah, the flag flies, so the Railers should be starting, I believe, on their own 35-yard line, Bob. We may have a few lengthy timeouts in this game. This game is being televised on the CW. I'm not sure that's the local channel here, but it's out of Decatur, and this is the game of the week that they're broadcasting, so we may have a few longer timeouts as they get in their breaks and their commercials. But as you said, the Railers are going to take over in good field position on the 35-yard line. Well, let's see, where are they putting it? Yeah, he's lost. There he goes. Yeah, he's getting back.
And that's going to be our first Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down of the ball game, and that's the way we like it, baby, is the Rail Splitters with the red jerseys come to the line of scrimmage led out there by Ryan O'Donohue. Number 12, the junior, Darren Stevens, out of the shotgun. He's got Keon Carson in motion. He hands it off to Isaac Decker, makes the turn, gets around the tackle. He's at the 45 to the 50, puts his head down, and he's into enemy territory across the 40-yard line, and they're going to say he went out of bounds at the Taylorville 39-yard line. You can always depend on the senior Isaac Decker on those runbacks on the kickoff. He's a strong runner. They're going to call it the 38-yard line, and that's going to be another Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. Want to say hi to Joe Hackett. He called in earlier. He's sitting in his chair out on the front porch in Emden, Illinois, watching the football game tonight. Man in motion, Keon Carson. This time he's got it. Looks for a hole. Nothing there. Now he takes it around the outside. He's got running room, and he's going to go! Keon Carson, a touchdown! And that's a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Rail Splitters with only 11:27 left here in the first quarter, Coach. And a beautiful run there by Keon Carson. He got some excellent blocking off that left side of the line from Tate Johnson and Evan Wackendorf.
Well, he was sweeping to his left and looked inside and took a step and then went back to the outside, broke through a couple tacklers. Nobody really came close to him, and he just sped to the end zone. 38-yard touchdown to start the game.
O'Donohue on the snap. Here's the placement by Decker and the kick by Angel Harrow, and it is through the uprights, and the Rail Splitters lead at 7-0 with 11:27 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Joe Ryan at Country Financial.
Kickoff sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, Perry Weinbrenner and the crew. And now Angel handed the ball to the official. I think he wants him to dry it off, and he will. The ball a little slick out there on the field. Not a lot of rain today, but the field probably a little soggy from previous rains.
That could be, and there's just enough little precipitation now that it's probably going to make that grass a little slick too. And, I don't like to be a complainer, but we do have the hole above us there where they get to the roof, and it's open, and we're getting some raindrops down here. But like I said, we're not going to complain.
Angel takes an extra long approach. He's back, 5'10", 15 15 yards waiting for the whistle. Usually he doesn't get that far back, but tonight he is. He's going to kick it straight away. Boom! He gets it away, and it's going to come down at about the 20, and here's the run back. That's number 51. That's going to be good field position for the Taylorville Tornadoes. In on the tackle there for the Rail Splitters, that was number 51 in there on the tackle for the Railers. That was Tate Johnston for the Rail Splitters. So big first down for Taylorville at their own 39. Will be 1st and 10.
Well, it was a short kick, like you said, Bob, only to the 27. They had a nice return right up the middle there. So they've got great field position to start their first possession.
A young sophomore club. They're going to operate out of the shotgun. That is the coach's son, Baron Odom. He's a sophomore. He's got a lone running back. Here's the snap. He hands to his fullback. He's got some good running room, and he spins across the 45 to the 46-yard line before he's taken down. Again, on the tackle for Lincoln, that was number 17, Peyton Johnson.
That's a 7-yard run, and he got some nice blocking at the line of scrimmage and got him past the line of scrimmage before he was stopped by the linebackers. 2nd and 3 for the Tornadoes in purple and gold and white. They come to the line of scrimmage. Their center is Jacob McWard, and he'll snap it in the shotgun to Odom. He hands it off again to the fullback, fake the handoff, and then a good job of tackling by the Rail Splitters right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, that was a good defensive play by the line there, and they stopped him for no gain. He sets up a big third down. It's 3rd and short, 3rd and about 3. If the Railers can stop the Tornadoes here, they might force a punt.
In there now, one of the guys that made the tackle is Noah Rochelle for the Rail Splitters. He's a senior, 6'1" and 250. He was one of the guys in on the stop there on that last play. McWard will snap it to Odom. He's got it. Hands off to his fullback off the right side, and he's going to be close to a first down, and I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think
depends on the spot.
I think he slid down there just enough. I will see where they put it, but I think they've got it. Yes, they do.
They do.
Just enough.
1st and 10 for the Tornado, and not quite into Lincoln territory, at their own 49-yard line.
That's when you only need 3 yards, it's hard defensively to stop that. It's not impossible, but Raiders weren't able to do it that time, so it starts a new series.
Seth Hughes, the running back, sets off just to the right of Baron Odom. He waits for the snap from McWard. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got into Lincoln territory there. In fact, yeah, that was him. He took the direct snap and took off running with it into Lincoln territory at the 49. So now it's going to be 2nd down. On the scoreboard, they put the 51-yard line. 2nd and 9.
Well, Odom's their second leading rusher, Bob, so you're going to watch him throw the ball and run with the ball tonight.
He's a tall kid. Got the purple helmet, waits for the snap. Oh, a low snap. It's on the ground. He picks it up. He doesn't have much time. He's got to unload it. He does, and he's got a completion to the Lincoln 40 before he's tackled. Great job by Baron Odom. It was a low snap. He had to go back under a lot of pressure, and he got it out to his running back, actually. That was not Seth Hughes. That was the tight end, Grady Haynott. For the first down, they moved the chains for Taylorville. 1st and 10 at the Lincoln 40.
Now, the Railers had a chance to throw him for a loss, and they weren't able to pressure him there, and he stepped up and found his wide receiver there open and hit him. They had 2 slots and 2 wide outs that last time, so they spread the field pretty well.
Split wide to little right is Clark Rare. Now, the tight end goes in motion, and they hand it off to the fullback, and he's got a lot of running room along the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds, and a touchdown-saving tackle there by Christian Brown for the Rail Splitters. And again, that was Seth Hughes on the run. He got some good blocking off that left side, Coach.
Yeah, and he is their leading rusher for the season, Bob. And you're right, a little misdirection there, and he came off the left side and got the blocking, as you mentioned, and made a nice run down to the 19-yard line. Clock
stopped as he went out of bounds with 8:25 left in the first quarter. The Rail Splitters lead the Tornadoes. That's the Lincoln Rail Splitters and the Taylorville Tornadoes 7-0. Odom out of the gun, waits for the snap. He's got it. No, he keeps it himself. He's got some running room, stays on his feet, and he's finally knocked down, I believe, inside the 10-yard line. Checking in for the Rail Splitters now, big number 73, Evan Walkendorf, the junior, 6'1", 300-pounder, and he checks in on that line for the Rail Splitters.
Looks like he's down to about the 12, about a 7-yard pickup on that play, Bob, and the Railers are having a hard time finding the ball. They faked the handoff there and kept it himself, and Railers didn't know where the ball was initially. 2nd
and 2 for Taylorville, and again, Rare splits wide to the right side. Another receiver here to the near side. Odom out of the shotgun with Hughes in the backfield. He gives it to Hughes again off the left side, and he gets through 2 tackles, and there's a penalty on the play, and he's knocked down at the 10. Penalty on the play. Trying to pick up who was on that tackle. 51 and 17 for Lincoln. That's Peyton Johnson and Tate Johnston in on the tackle.
That's going to go against the Tornadoes. It looks like an illegal block there, pushing, and that's going to be a break for the Railers. That's going to set them back 10 yards.
Stops that ever-present motion of this offensive thrust at Taylorville. And as you said, Coach, are marking it back 10 yards. And that's going to be a long 2nd down for Taylorville. 43rd to 25-yard line. They keep the clock going. 7:36 left in the first quarter, and the Rail Splitters lead the Tornadoes 7-0. Odom goes to the sideline and gets the play from his father, who's the head coach over at Taylorville.
They went from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and about 16, Bob.
Rare again splits out wide to the right. Here's the snap. They give it off to Hughes into the middle of the line. He picked up some yardage, tough yardage, but he got 3 or 4 yards. And on that tackle, helping out there was Nico Sundin for the Rail Splitters, one of the seniors. Evan Walkendorf also there.
Yeah, they're going to give him 5. He just got barely inside the 20-yard line, but unfortunately for them, they needed Taylorville needed 16, but they got 5, so that gives them a potential 3rd and 10 here. Probably 2-down territory for them, so they're not in the worst of shapes.
Clock on the move here in the first quarter, 6:44 remaining. Now split out wide to the right. They send in a new wide receiver. We'll check and see who that is. That's Dunnan, and now Odom waits for the snap. He's got it. He throws a screen pass out to Hughes. He breaks 1 tackle, and then he's taken down just about right at the line of scrimmage. Trying to pick up who that tackler was. Hard to tell from here across the field.
Yeah, Tate Johnson had a shot at him in the backfield there after the catch and couldn't quite get him down, but he slowed him down. The ball's still on the 20-yard line, so maybe a loss of a yard and 4th down now.
4th down at about 11.
4th down for Taylorville, and this coach said about 11 yards.
So big 4th down here. The Railers can't break here and give them a chance to keep the ball. So we've got to make a stop somewhere, and this is probably a passing down. Watch for the screen pass here.
Rail Splitters lead it early, 7-0, and as Coach said, big play here. They got to stop it. Odom waits for the snap, tries to pull us offside. No. Odom's got it, throws it deep into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Right in the end of the end zone. We'll try and pick up and see who that was.
I want to say number 2.
And that is Jake McConnell on the touchdown. McConnell, 5'9", 160, and a junior. And Baron Odom threw a very nice pass to his receiver right in the end of the end zone in front of the goalpost. So now it's 7-6 with 5:40 remaining in the first quarter. And on the attempt for the kick, that'll be number 26. That is White. Garmin White. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick, high kick, and it is off to the right side. So the Rail Splitters keep a 1-point lead, 7-6 with 5:40 left in the first quarter.
How you holding up? Nothing wrong with getting help.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Big touchdown there by Taylorville, coach, on a nice pass play from Odom as he threw it to McConnell, but they were unable to kick the extra point.
Yeah, well, the Railers secondary let McConnell get behind him, and as you said, Odom made a nice pass to the back of the end zone, and he caught the ball before he went out, and this mistake by the Railer defenders there, letting him behind. You don't ever want to let a wide receiver get behind you, but it happened there.
So Lincoln already out on the field, and they wait for the kick. Of course, back again are Keon Carson and Isaac Decker. And to kick it for the Taylorville Tornadoes, it will be Cameron White. White is a junior, 5'10", 150 pounds. Oh, pardon me, it's not Cameron, it's Harker. Brody Harker will kick it away for him. He's looking at the Lincoln rail splitters, and now he's going to go back and kick it. Waits for the whistle. Short approach. Sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, and he's going to kick it short, and we've got it down, I believe. That's Angel Harrow. Our kicker caught the football, and it's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down. That's the way we like it, baby, at the 31-yard line. So with a good hands man, Angel Harrow makes the catch there.
Yeah, he fair caught the ball, which wasn't a bad idea to make sure nothing happened. He didn't get hit or anything, but it was a short kick, and so the Railers are going to start in good field position on their own 32-yard line.
And that was a Chicago Street Rentals kickoff, and the Rail Splitters now with the Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it. This time, Darren Stevens is going to come up under center. O'Donohue snaps it, hands off to his tailback. I believe that's Keon Carson. He fights for yardage. They may give him the 35. If they do, it's a 3-yard pickup. Maybe the 36. 4-yard pickup for Keon Carson. And they made it to the 36 before he got knocked back. A 4-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Rail Splitters. 5:20 left in the first quarter. We lead at 7-6. Near side hash mark. Split to the far right side is Colby Glenn. This time, Darren Stevens he's going to hand it to the man is Isaac Decker, and there he couldn't break the tackles. He was swarmed under by 5 or 6 players. If he's lucky, he made it back to the line of scrimmage. One thing you can always depend on Isaac Decker, he always runs downhill no matter how many guys are hanging on to him.
Well, there was 4 guys that had him stop there, maybe a little bit in the backfield, and he kept those legs driving, and he got it out to the 36-yard line. So that's where we started, so no gain on that, but the defense of Taylorville stepped up and did a nice job of stopping him.
Well, as the great coach Dave Clem said in our interview at halftime over at Mount Zion, he'll be glad when Decker's gone because he beats all the wrestlers and he picks up a lot of yardage. Here's the handoff to Keon Carson. He's going to try and take it around the far side of the field, and he will for a first down and more. Stays on his feet along the sideline. He could go. He's got to get by one man. He breaks that tackle, and he's going to dance in the end zone. 6 points for Lincoln from their own 36-yard line. Keon Carson, if he's got running room, he's gone.
64-yard touchdown run, and speed is sweet, isn't it, Bob?
It certainly is.
You get around the corner there, and you can outrun some defenders, and he did just that, and had a couple hands on him, but he broke those tackles easily and went all the way to the end zone.
And that's going to be a Joseph Patrick Ryan Country Financial 6 points for the Rail Splitters, and now they lead at 13-6. Ryan O'Donohue will snap it, and Isaac Decker will make the placement. Here it is, soccer style, Angel Harrow, a beautiful kick through the uprights, and Lincoln leads it 14-6 with 4:17 left in the first quarter.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Big touchdown there by Keon Carson, Coach. He pretty much makes his own way. He got the blocking again on the left side from Tate Johnston and Evan Wackendorf and the tight end, Jaden Ledley. But when he gets out in the open field and you get somebody back on their heels, he's going to blow right past you.
Yeah, and that's something we had a hard time doing last week against Effingham. Of course, a little better team, I think, there in Effingham, but weren't able to get to the outside, and it's tough running inside. So the running game suffered last week, but this week we've started in his first quarter with 2 big ones.
And as always, our kickoff sponsored by Chicago Street Reynolds. And again, Angel Hare on the long approach. This time he kicks it deep, and Taylorville's going to get it back at their own 6-yard line to the 10, up to the 15, 20. There's a flag on the field, and the tackle made by the Rail Splitters around the 24-yard line. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is. The official all the way back here deep in front of the Lincoln bench threw the flag.
Yeah, that'd be interesting from that spot what that could have been, but we'll see what they call here. He's got to confer with the other officials.
They stop the clock with 4:09 left in the first. Lincoln leads it over Taylorville 14-6. I know you're listening to 96.3 FM out there. We're also on the Mixler app and on WLCNonline.com. Lloyd Kirby bringing it all to you up on the deck over the TVs, and Joe Lee back at the station turning the dials out there in the trailer for the Rail Splitters.
That's going to be a hold against the Tornadoes on the return, so that's going to march them back to their own 19-yard line to start this possession.
19-yard line.
1st and 10 for Taylorville. As Coach told you, at the 19-yard line, Odom out of the gun. He's got the lone running back off to his left, 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 on the far side. Now he's got the tight end in motion, but he hands it off to the fullback, or did he keep it himself? I think he kept it himself. Odom kept the football himself, faked the handoff to the tight end, and then he kept it himself.
Yeah, short gain there. Good defense by the line of the Railers to stop him. Just got over the 20 to maybe the 21, only a 2-yard pickup.
So the clock continues in motion, and the Rail Splitters with that 14-6 lead here at home at Hanlon Field on senior night. Always a special night. The seniors with something extra to play for here at Hanlon Field after they've put in 4 years in the program, plus coming up through the junior leagues out there by Eaton Corporation. Odom out of the shotgun. 2nd and 7 for the Tornado. Waits for the long count. Now he's got it. Hands off to his... No, he's going to keep it again, but quickly in there for Lincoln. That was Peyton Bunner. He got in there quickly, Coach.
Yeah, he did, and Jared Foltz, I think, was in on that also, Bob, but they've read that twice now on this series well and stopped him for no gain, so he's still on the... Well, maybe even lost a yard back to the 20-yard line. Sets up a 3rd and long. Big defensive play here for the Railers coming up.
Jared Foltz wears the number 41. He's one of the seniors playing his last game out here on Hanlon Field. He's 5'10", 180 in on that tackle. Odom out of the gun. Looks at his receivers off to the left side. He's got 2 of them out there. Good pressure by Bunner. They throw it up ahead on a completion, and I'll check and see who that was.
Number 20.
Number 20. Well, let's see here. Got paperwork flying all over the place. I'm going to call him...
It's Clark
Rare. Clark Rare. He's a starter, so that's going to be 3rd down now.
No, it's 4th down. But that was a screen pass right there. We talked about them throwing screen passes, but the Railer defense did a great job converging on him after he made the catch.
So the Lincoln with a lone man back. I believe, is that Decker back on the punt return?
So it looks like him.
Here's the snap, low snap, gets it away.
Get away.
And they're just going to let it roll.
Yep.
And it's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance 1st down with good field position, and that's the way we like it, baby, at the 41-yard line of Lincoln.
Yeah, much better defense that series by the Railers against Taylorville. That no 1st downs. They started on 19, picked up 2 yards in 3 plays, and forced a punt. So the Railers now are going to take over their 3rd possession of the game. They've scored on the first 2. This one's going to start in the best position yet, and that's going to be, looks like when they put it down, about the 40-yard line.
With 1:51 left in the first quarter, Coach, and Lincoln leading it 14-6.
we're going to call it the 41-yard line. The Railers started one drive on the 35, one on their own 32. Now they're on the 41.
Big Evan Wackendorf in there at that left guard for the Rail Splitters, 6'1", 300. Here's the snap to Stevens. He rolls out to his right. He's got time along the sideline. He's got a completion, and that's going to be to Jaden Ledley, and that's going to be another Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance, first down into Taylorville territory at the 44-yard line, and that's the way we like it, baby. Another first down for the Rail Splitters.
15-yard pass. He rolled to his right, as you said, Bob, and had plenty of time to find Ledley getting open down there and threw it to the sideline. He made a nice catch for the first down in Taylorville territory.
I thought for sure last game Ledley may have had a broken rib, but I think it was probably just a bruised stomach muscle when you look back, and he's back in good form again. Here we go. Here's the handoff. Decker in the backfield, and he is swarmed under. Big tackle there. That was number 34 for the Taylorville gang, and he made quick work on that tackle.
Yeah, they didn't get fooled that time by the Railers, and Decker wasn't able to get the line of scrimmage. He lost a few back to the 49-yard line.
That was a good call by Coach, but, you'd think there'd be Keon on Keon, but they had Decker pinned on that one for a 4-yard loss, so it'll be 2nd and 14 at the Taylorville 48-yard line. O'Donohue up over the football. He's one of the seniors out here, one of the captains for Lincoln, big Ryan O'Donohue. Keon in motion, and Stevens keeps the football. He's on the run. He's got a first down and more. Down to the 31-yard line goes Darren Stevens. Faked the handoff to Keon Carson and took it right up the middle. And again, that blocking by big Evan Wackendorf and Tate Johnston on that left side got him open for another Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance first down. And that's the way we like it, baby.
Yeah, that's a nice run. We haven't seen a lot of that all year long, Bob, and so that was a nice alternate play there, and that was a planned play to keep the ball, and he went right up the middle and got some great yardage.
We're in the red. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Lincoln leads Taylorville 14-6 here early. Split here to the near side is Kenai Carson. Out of the gun is Darren Stevens. In the backfield is Peyton Bunner. Here's the snap. Stevens has got time. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's complete, and it is in for the touchdown. Rail Splitters go in for the touchdown. I'm trying to pick up who that is. He's doing a lot of celebrating out there, whoever he is.
It's Ledley, I believe.
Jaden Ledley made the catch. A beautiful pass up the middle by Darren Stevens, and Lincoln leads it 20-6 with 24.5 seconds left in the first quarter.
Angel Harrell to attempt the extra point.
Again, it will be Ryan O'Donohue, the senior, on the snap to it. Another senior, Isaac Decker, on the placement. And Angel Harrow will attempt the soccer-style kick. Here's the placement, the boot, high and long, and through the uprights, and the Rail Splitters lead it 21-6.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Angel Harrow kicks the extra point through to make the score. Rail Splitters 21, Tornadoes 6. Angel will kick it away. He's got the long approach tonight, Coach, from 15 yards.
Yeah, that's it'd be interesting to find out why he's doing that, because we haven't seen that all year, but must be a reason.
And here he goes. Here's the boot, does a little stutter step, kicks a line drive, and it's going to go into the end zone, and maybe that's why he gets a full head of steam going, did a little stutter step, and then he hit a blistering line drive into the end zone.
Yeah, he slows down a little on that stutter step, you said, but then he nailed that one. A low line drive went all the way through the end zone. So Taylorville will start this possession on their own 20-yard line with 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Raiders done a great job offensively, all short drives play-wise, but a lot of yards, and we'll talk about that between quarters.
Brandon Odom, the quarterback. He'll operate out of the shotgun. His running back is Seth Hughes. His favorite receiver is number 45, and that is Grady Haynott, and here we go. That time they're out across, that looks like about to the 25-yard line.
Seth Hughes.
That was Hughes on the run, and I believe they got 5 on that one. That's going to end the first quarter with the score. Lincoln Rail Splitters 21 and the Taylorville Tornadoes with 6 points. A lot of fun out here on senior night for the Rail Splitters.
Holland Berry & Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Holland Berry & Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Seniors have stuck it out all the way.
Yeah, that's right. You obviously would always love to have more, but 10's a good number, and I got a sheet somewhere that tells me the breakdown of our players. Of course, I won't be able to find it, but anyway, we got some juniors and sophomores out there playing too, Bob. So there's some talent coming back for after this year. So it's nice to have a senior leadership, and then some young kids that can play too.
Yeah, one of the sophomores off the top of my head is Frank Sanders. He's done a good job defensively for the Rail Splitters. And, of course, there's a legion of juniors, too, for the Rail Splitters that do a good job. Quarterback Darren Stevens, Keon and Kenai Carson, just to name a few of the juniors out there. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 for Taylorville at their own 26-yard line. Keith Hughes, this time going to be a receiver. No, he's in the backfield. Odom is now close up to the line of scrimmage. And the official's not ready to go yet to start this second quarter.
And we're still waiting for the TV timeout, which is
that's right.
When you get on TV, you got to expect that a little bit. But here we go.
All right. This time Odom up under center. He's got the snap. Here's the handoff to Hughes, and he's got running room, and he's got a first down. A nice job by Hughes there. The tackle for Lincoln, I believe, was made. I can't tell. He didn't turn around for me. Hard to tell who made that tackle, but it was a good tackle, or else he would have gone all the way.
That was a 13-yard run right up the middle, and the Railers line is getting blocked by it looks like a little undersized line by the Taylorville. It looks like we got more size than they do, but they're doing a nice job blocking up front.
That was Peyton Johnson on the tackle for the Rail Splitters. 1st and 10, Taylorville at their own 38-yard line. Early second quarter, Rail Splitters lead the Tornadoes 21-6. Odom hands it off to Hughes, right side. This time they stack him up, and they hold the line. A lot of Rail Splitters there to make the stop. We'll try and see who the first one was there as they get out of there. At number 55 for the Rail Splitters was the main guy in on the tackle. That was Nico Sundin, one of the seniors playing out there.
It looks like from here, Bob, and we don't have the greatest angle, but it looks like Taylorville has pretty tight splits there at the line of scrimmage, which helps that blocking in the middle and helps the running backs get some yardage. That time, as you said, the Railer defense stepped up and stopped them for a 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9 at their own 39. Out of the gun, Odom's got the snap. Throws a screen pass pass out to Hughes. Hughes looks for running room. He breaks one tackle, broke another one, stays on his feet, but he had to string it out along the line of scrimmage. Rail Splitters did a good job of staying in their positions, holding him, but coach doesn't like it because there's a flag on the field.
On the far side of the flag, I'm not sure if that's going to be a face mask. I'm afraid against the Railers as the rain starts to pick up just a little bit here, Bob, at Hanlon Field.
Well, they strung him out good there, Coach, but unfortunately grabbed him by the face mask, and that's against the rule. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, they grabbed him by the face mask, and if it's on purpose, that's a 15-yarder.
Personal foul.
Yeah, it's going to be 15. No, it's going to be more, I think.
Peyton Bunner checking in the lineup for the Rail Splitters.
That's a big one.
He's probably checking in for the guy that grabbed him by the face mask. And that'll put it in Lincoln territory at the 48, 1st and 10 for Taylorville with 10:38 left in the first half. Lincoln leads at 21-6. Quickly, no huddle. They come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers here on the near side, one on the far side of the field. This time they hand it off to the fullback, Hughes, and he picks it up. Nice run to the 46-yard line. 2-yard pickup there by Hughes.
Yeah, we'll get the Railers will be happy giving him 2 yards in every carry, Bob. He went right up the middle, and the Railers converged on him. Linemen and linebackers stopping for a short gain. 2nd and 8. I keep thinking there's low-flying birds coming in, but the student section throwing little footballs up into the air.
Yeah. Odom still looks to the sideline for the play. Hasn't turned to look at his center yet. Play clock at 10 seconds. 9, 8. Now here he comes. He's going to come up under center. He's got 5 seconds to get the play off. And he does.
He lost the ball. It's still loose.
Still loose, and one of the Tornadoes get it. You're the only one that saw it, Coach, and finally one of the Tornadoes jumped on it. Coach Schweitzer picked it up right away.
It was right on the exchange. He lost the ball, but then it bounced around in there for a while and finally got kicked out from inside, and somebody from Taylorville was able to go outside and fall on it for
a yard loss.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 at the Lincoln 47. Yeah, you said fumble, and I kept looking, and finally I saw a Taylorville Tornado dive on it.
There were too many bodies there to find the ball after it got loose.
Odom out of the shotgun. He's got Hughes back there with him on his right side, and maybe a timeout.
Yep.
Timeout for the Tornadoes, and we'll be back.
Timeout, Taylorville.
Holland Berry & Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Holland Berry & Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Here you suspect they would probably punt from that field position, so you want to try to get a 9-yard play out there so they can get the first down and keep the possession, keep the drive going. I'm sorry, Bob. Lincoln's had 3 possessions and scored 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter, Bob. And this is Taylorville's 3rd possession. They scored on the first one and had to punt second time.
Lincoln's got 2 touchdowns on runs by Keon Carson, and the pass play to Jaden Ledley from Darren Stevens, and then it was for the Taylorville touchdown was Odom to McConnell. Now it's Odom out of the gun on the 3rd and 9. Let's see what they do out of that timeout. Lincoln wants to blitz, but he's going to get it away on the middle. Long pass. He's got the guy open, but good coverage. Excellent coverage out there on the receiver. You couldn't even see the Taylorville receiver. It was such tight coverage out there by Colby Glenn. He did a great job of staying on the receiver.
Yeah, I think Christian Brown was one running right with him also. And step for step, Bob, there was no room for that pass to get in. And it was a pretty well thrown ball, actually.
Christian Brown on that coverage. It was so tight by Brown, you couldn't even see the Taylorville guy from here.
Yeah, so good results there. Now it's going to be 4th down, 4th and long. I think they're going to bring in their punt team, and they do. Railers make quick defensive changes here to receive this punt. Taylorville's got somebody running on too. Let's get the personnel all on there, right? Here we go.
William Blue's going to be the punter.
Don't bump.
He gets it away. It's going to be a short punt. And Lincoln's going to get some good field position. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it at. Not a very long punt.
No, in these conditions, Bob, I think anytime you get it off, and from a defensive standpoint, you always worry don't run into the punter or give them an extra chance. And Railers did not do that, thank goodness. And now they punts away, as you said, short. And Railers are going to start and.
It's actually longer than I thought.
Where is it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's inside the 20, around the 15.
Okay, well, that'll be
17-yard line. So that wasn't a bad punt after all.
No, they got the good results. It wasn't a great punt, but it was good results after the bounce. And Railers are going to start their fourth possession of the game and probably the worst field position they've started with.
And that'll be another Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and split here to the near side will be Gabe Smith. Stevens out of the gun, hands it off to Keon Carson, looks for running room, tries to go to the outside. Now he wants to go against the grain, and there's nothing there. He's swarmed down. They had Keon spotted that time. He couldn't make the turn, and then when he tried to go back, he was stopped again.
Defense did a great job there for Taylorville, stringing him out and didn't give him any place, as you said, to turn up. And then they swarmed him down. Once they get to him, they're going to get him down.
That'll be a 2nd and 13, and we lost 3 there from the 17 back to the 14-yard line. Clock on the move, 8:15 left first quarter. You're listening to Lincoln Rail Splitter Football, and they lead Taylorville 21-6.
2 big runs for Keon's already got him over 100 yards here in the first half.
Gabe Smith, the wide receiver, here to the near side. Here's the snap. They hand it off into the backfield, and I suspect that's Peyton Bunner.
It's Peyton or Isaac? It's Isaac.
Isaac Decker. And also up there with a nice block was Angel Harrow.
About an 8-yard pickup there, and it's not a bad call because Isaac Decker, he can get hit there in the middle, but he's going to keep driving hard, and take some tacklers with him, which he did. Picked up 8 yards on that run.
To the 22-yard line, 3rd and 6 for the Rail Splitters. Big play for him here. Christian Brown, the wide receiver here on the near side. Peyton Bunner's the fullback. Here's the man in motion, and now Stevens rolls to his left. He's going to throw it long and up ahead, and that is Jaden Ledley, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. And you're right, Coach. That was a tremendous coach, and that's a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Rail Splitters. But you called it, Coach Schweitzer, a very nice catch as Jaden Ledley went up and caught it in heavy traffic and took it in for the touchdown. Pass play from the Lincoln 22-yard line.
He took that away from a defender, Bob. There was a couple sets of hands up there, including Ledley's, and he just took the ball. And the other thing is, the Raider had another receiver in the same area, so somebody might have ran the wrong pattern. But anyway, all turns out well, and he runs well with the ball after the catch away from a defender for the touchdown.
So Ryan O'Donoghue will snap it for the point after. On the placement is Decker. Here's the kick by Harrow, and again it's through the uprights, and Lincoln leads it 28-6.
That was 78.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
Receivers there, Gabe Smith, Keon Carson, and Jaden Ledley just rose up out of nowhere, and as you said, took it out of the hands of one of the Taylorville players.
Yeah, that's he's got great concentration to go up in that area and get it, because there were some white shirts there too defending, and did a great job of picking that ball off, and then after he got it, had enough know-how to get turned upfield and then run away from some defenders. Great job by Ledley.
Yeah, ran along that sideline for pay dirt. And now Angel Harrow again on a long approach from 15 yards. All our kickoff sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals. Chicago Street Rentals out at 1909 North Kickapoo Street. And Perry Weinbrenner's the man out there. He's got quite a crew. I ran into Bob the other day and was looking for some scaffolding.
You've been doing that all season, Bob.
Yeah.
I hope you're getting some good stuff.
Well, we had to change out a fan and a light, a couple of them overhead.
Okay.
Good thing my brother's an electrician. I don't know where I could do that. That would be a complete house might burn down. So they're talking to the kickoff team here.
Yeah, it's that TV timeout.
Oh, it's a TV.
What we're waiting for. That's taking some time away. While we're waiting, we mentioned Lincoln has held the ball, has 4 possessions and 4 touchdowns each one, Bob. So efficient offense here tonight. And none of those 4 possessions, the first one was 2 plays, the next one was 3, then 4, and then 3 plays. So big yardage each time the Railers have had the ball.
Well, you know, I was roaming around out here earlier today. I don't know why. I did a lot of stuff today, but somehow reason I was out here and I thought I saw the TV crew setting up.
Yep.
At first I thought it was a construction crew, and then I realized that...
you know, when we played at Taylorville last year, it was the game on TV too. Yep. So there's a little award that goes to the winner of the game. So Lincoln won it last year over at Taylorville and hope to win it again tonight.
There's the kick by Angel, that little stutter step, and he gets a long kick away. It's going to be at about the 15. Good running room for Taylorville, and they got the ball out in good field position before they're taken down. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Taylorville Tornadoes, in good field position for Taylorville.
Yeah, they ran that ball back, and after that first drive, Taylorville, they started that first drive on their own 39 and took them 10 plays, went 61 yards before they scored that touchdown on the pass you were talking about earlier, Bob. But the next 2 possessions they punted, so hopefully the Railers defense can continue to slow down the offense of Taylorville.
Odom operating out of the shotgun again. He's got Keith Hughes off to his right side. He's got 2 receivers to the far side of the field, and one goes in motion. He fakes the handoff. Now he wants he drops the ball. Pressure. Did the rail splitters get it?
No, they had it, and it slipped away. It's probably getting wet, maybe why Odom let it get away from him. He wanted to throw the ball and got loose. Railers got on it, but it slipped away, and then Taylorville recovered.
Good pressure applied by the rail splitters. Rail splitters, as we said, in the red tonight with the white helmets and the white jersey. I know you're watching it on TV. I would think you do have color TV. You wouldn't have black and white in 2022.
30. That started on the 38, so they lost 14.
Second 24. At the 24. 28-6 Lincoln. 96.3 FM. Odom out of the shotgun.
Oh, there's flag. I think that's a delay game, maybe.
Against Taylorville. They can't get a break now. It'll be another 5 yards back to the 19-yard line. So it'll be second and 29. Odom's got it. Hands off. Hughes. And he doesn't have much running room. The rail splitters.
He's still driving.
Yeah, he's like Decker. He keeps those legs moving.
I thought the only way to stop a runner like that is to hit him low, Bob. You got to get him down around the legs and the ankles where he's running and keep him from running. Otherwise, he's going to push forward for more yardage.
And he did. He picked up 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 23 now for Taylorville. 5:45 left for the half. Lincoln leads at 28-6. Odom out of the shotgun. He's got Hughes off to his right side. He's got a man in the slot and a wide receiver over here. He's got 2 receivers on the far side. Odom's got a low snap. Now he's got some time. Throws it along the sideline, and that is incomplete, and Taylorville will have to punt it away. It'll be 4th and 23 at their own 25-yard line. 4th and 23. Checking in for the rail splitters, that's number 51, Tate Johnston. Also out there for the rail splitters is Peyton Johnson as they get ready to defend this punt. Keon Carson's back.
They're way back there.
Along with Isaac Decker. Carson wears the number 24. Decker's number 13. They're going to kick. They're going to snap it back to Blue. Low snap, picks it up off the grass. Now he punts it away. And Decker drops it. Keon picks it up. Now Keon wants to run. They trip him, and he's still on his feet. He's under a lot of pressure. Now he makes the turn to the 50. Tries to go back against the grain, stays on his feet, and he gets another 5 and another 2 more, and he's down around, I would say, the 44-yard line. Keon Carson was trapped a couple times. He picked up the ball after Decker dropped it on the far side of the field, and we got a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it in Taylorville territory at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, on a night like tonight, it's an adventure anytime you're trying to field a punt, Bob, and the Railers got a little break that time as Decker lost control of it, and Carson was able to pick it up, and he ran this side and hung on to it. He got hit many times, but hung on to it.
Go down here quickly up over the football. Stevens hands it off to Keon Carson. Keon up the middle, picked up maybe a yard or two. Faked the handoff to Isaac Decker, and then Keon got it on the left-handed handoff to the 42-yard line. 2-yard pickup there for Keon Carson. It'll be 2nd and 8. O'Donohue helping the official out there place the football. I don't know if the official appreciated that, but now it's going to be a penalty against Taylorville. I didn't catch the penalty. 5-yarder to the 39.
5-yard penalty against Taylorville.
OD was just trying to help the officials out, and we got an extra 5 yards.
Keep it up.
Darren Stevens gets the play from Coach Matt Silkowski, goes into the huddle, and we're ready to go. Split wide to the right side. It'll be Colby Glenn. He'll be the lone wide receiver out of that wing formation.
1st and 5 for the rest.
Bunner in the backfield with Stevens. Decker and Carson are the wings. O'Donohue will snap it. In motion goes Decker. The handoff to Peyton on the right side. The big hole there on the right side. Peyton Bunner, and he gets big yardage off the right side. They opened up a big hole on that right side. Compliments of Joe Dom and Frank Sanders on that right side. They opened up I-55 over there.
Yeah, there was a nice hole they opened at the line, and Bunner was able to get through it and drug a couple tacklers with him. Got it all the way down inside the 20 to about the, looks like the 18-yard line maybe.
And that'll be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. Stevens out of the gun. He's got Bunner back there with him. Man in motion is Keon Carson. Hands it off to Decker on the right side. He does a little dance. He keeps the feet moving. I think there's a flag on the field. Decker won't give up. He's down close to a first down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
I think we'll see a hold against the Railers on that one possibly, but again, a little counter action there in the backfield, and Decker took the ball off right side, picked up good yardage, but it's coming back.
Somebody got caught.
It's a hold against the Railers.
10-yard penalty. So being close to a first down, now we're all the way back to the 26. After the 26-yard line we go. Railers in those red jerseys. 4:15 left of the first quarter. Lincoln leads Taylorville 28-6. Darren Stevens out of the shotgun. Got a man in motion. No, Stevens keeps it off the left side, and he's got the yardage back. Not all of it, but he got a lot of it.
Yeah, he went down hard there, but he pops right back up. But we saw that play earlier in the first quarter, Bob. Something we haven't seen much all year long, but Stevens did a nice job running with the ball. Faked the handoff and got it up inside the 15 to about the 14 or 13.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Lincoln. At the 14, as you said, 3:42 left in the first half. Lincoln leads 28-6. Next week will be, I believe, in Troy. That's Triad High School. O'Donohue out of the huddle, up over. Split here to the wide of the field. That is Colby Glenn. Man in motion. He gets the handoff. That's Keon Carson. Slips out of a tackle, stays on his feet, and he's going to get 6 for the Rail Splitters, and that's a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Rail Splitters from 14 yards out. Keon broke a tackle, and then he went off the blocking of Evan Wackendorf, Tate Johnson, and the tight end Jaden Ledley on that left side to make the score with 3:16 left, and Lincoln leads at 34-6 here in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. He looked like he was going to get caught in the backfield there, Bob, but he broke a tackle and got away, and then used his speed to run away from some tacklers.
OD will snap it to Decker. Decker on the placement, the kick by Angel, and it is through the uprights, and Lincoln leads it 35-6.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Tonight, Coach, and the one passing play to Jaden Ledley.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And 38-yarder, a 64-yarder, a 14-yarder, and he's got 3.
3 touchdowns.
Only three.
Just 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Ledley's got 2. So
that's right. He made the big catch.
Yeah, we'll let him try to catch up.
Yeah, well, he can catch another one.
Catch Keon, yeah.
3:16 left in the half. Lincoln leads at 35-6, and now both teams coming back out onto the field. Angel will kick it away. He's 5 for 5 on the touchdown kicks, and he's going to do the 15-yard approach again. Taylorville in the gold and purple and white, nice-looking uniforms. Reminiscent of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I always like that purple. When we play over there, they wear all purple. I like that dark purple.
Back in the old days when I was in grade school, there was the Beeson Yellow Jackets. They wore those same colors. Angel waits. Here he comes on the approach, does a little stutter step, and then he booms that line drive away, and a nice catch in the backfield by Taylorville, and they got some running room, and they're going to come up and finally get stopped. Oh, there's a fumble, and this time we try to pick up and run with it.
I think it's dead, though. I think they're going to say it was down before it came loose.
All right, one of the first guys there to try and pick it up was Ryan Frugier, but you're right, the football was dead. 35-6, Lincoln leads at 3:06 left first half. And that was a Chicago Street Rentals kickoff. They sponsor all our kickoffs. Perry Ryan Brenner and his crew out at 1909 North Kickapoo. Official out there wiping the ball off. A lot of moisture out there on the field.
Just over 3 minutes here, Bob, in the first half, and the Railers have a commanding lead, and they just want to keep working hard at what they've done well so far.
Up there on that front line for the Rail Splitters, Sundin, Foltz, Wackendorf, and Sanders defensively. Up under center, Odom hands it off. Good movement by the running back. I believe that was Keith Hughes, and they're going to give him the 30-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup there by Hughes.
I think that was Colby Glenn on the tackle. He hit him low that time, and that kept him from running, and that was a nice job by Colby.
Colby, one of the leading tacklers on the team. 2:42 left first half. Clock still on the move. Lincoln leads at 35-6. Odom's got the play. He's a sophomore. Right before it's all over, he's going to be a good one.
I'm not sure we said they have 27 out of 27 sophomores, 9 juniors, and 7 seniors on this squad.
So rebuilding for them. Odom hands off Hughes, left side, looks for some running room. He's got a little bit along the sideline, close to a first down. I think he's got a first down, Coach. Good job by Hughes. He's got some good speed when he gets out in the open. Yeah,
one of the things the Railers still need to work on is their containment and trying to keep them guys from getting the outside. Obviously, offense wants to get out there and they get some blocking out there, but Lincoln's containment sometimes leaves a little to be desired.
Official hasn't made the official spot yet.
It's got it out to the 37, it looks like.
It's going to be a little bit short of a first down.
7-yard line.
Less than a yard.
When he went out of bounds, he hit the marker. Now I think they are going to move it. Yeah, they are calling it a first down. I thought he hit the marker when he went out. So that's going to be at the 37-yard line, a first down for the Taylorville Tornadoes. They're trying to get a drive going here late in the first half. Gabe Smith checks in for Kenai Carson defensively at a corner. He's got the coverage on this outside receiver. Odom comes up under center. Drops back into the pocket, rolls to his right, throws along the sideline, incomplete. Good defensive pressure out there for Lincoln by Nico Sundin. He was chasing the quarterback down.
Yeah, he was rolling to his right, buying some extra time, and he had a wide receiver go downfield and try to come back, but the throw was off target. And it's hard to throw probably in this kind of weather.
Yeah, a little end over end kind of wounded duck pass. 2:02 left now for the first half, and Frank Sanders checks back in defensively for Lincoln. Walkendorf going to take a break. Coach gets to run him in and out on a night like this. Get him some water and rest up. Here's the handoff to Hughes up the middle. He always gets some good yardage. He gets down across close to a first down, across the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards there by Hughes.
See where they place. Yeah, you're right, on the 45, so about an 8-yard pickup on that one.
Seth Hughes.
Clock still. Oh, and that's first down.
First and 10.
First down for Taylorville.
Hughes to the 47-yard line. Here's the snap. Hughes again, this time off the right side, and he's into Lincoln territory. He's an Isaac Decker type runner. Like you said, if you keep the feet moving and you don't hit him low, he's going to pick up more yardage.
Yeah, you're right. He got about 4 on that into Lincoln territory with the clock running a minute 25 here, and they're trying to hurry and get something on the board.
The freshman Zach Pooley checks in for Lincoln, 6'4", 270. Odom's got the snap. This time he wants to throw in the pocket. He's got pressure, throws it up the middle and low. Good coverage there by Lincoln. Good pressure was the key there. And Odom could only throw the ball short for the intended receiver.
Yeah, the rushers can't quite get to him to make a sack, but they're getting to him enough to force him to move a little bit and maybe throw before he wants to, and that time he just underthrew his receiver.
Intended receiver was Wilson Johnson. He was open, but the pressure applied by the Railer defense prevented a good pass there. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 at the Lincoln 49-yard line. Odom out of the gun. He's got Hughes back there with him. Odom wants to pass. He's got plenty of time. Throws a screen pass out there, but there's no running room, and the player just goes out of bounds.
I think it slipped out of his hand. Bob fell incomplete over there, and going to set up a 4th down long here with a minute 7. Probably I would think a punting situation right near midfield.
At the Lincoln, I believe, 49-yard line.
With a minute 7, you might think, well, go for it, with 1 minute. But the way the Lincoln offense has exploded here tonight, you don't want to give them a short field.
William Blue going to punt it away for Taylorville. Needs a good snap here. Tried to pull Lincoln offside. No. Nice snap. Here's the punt.
Nice and high. Short, but high. Get away. Yep.
Okay, it'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln. That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down for the Rail Splitters. Under a minute, 58.5 seconds left for the half, and Lincoln leads it 35-6. And with a running back like Keon Carson, 58 seconds is enough time to make it down into the end zone.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And but being almost 80 yards away, see where they're going to place this.
Railers will be on their own.
The Railers may be content just to take a play or take a knee, or maybe see what they get on first down, and then maybe let the clock run out.
That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down at the 23, 1st and 10 for Lincoln. Darren Stevens, Jr., wears the number 12, waits for the snap. He's got 2 receivers here on the near side. He's going to let it go along the sideline. He's got Keon Carson. Oh, Keon gets hit hard, but he's down around the 40, let's see where he stepped out, the 37-yard line. He got stood up on that hit, but he's tough. He's walking back into the huddle.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He made a nice catch and run down the sideline before he took that hit, but you're right. He went down and picked up a first down.
That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby, on a nice pass and catch. Stevens to Carson at the 37-yard line. 51 seconds now left for the half. Kobe Glenn stays out here to the near side. He's the receiver. We got 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Here's the snap to Stevens. He'll roll to his right. Now he's got to get rid of it. He's got pressure. He's got a man out there, and he caught it. I believe that's Keon. Keon's got look like one of their players almost got a hand on it, and Keon kept the concentration, and he's down around the 44-yard line of Taylorville.
44, you're right. That was a nice, under pressure, a nice throw by Stevens, and he found his receiver on the far sideline, got her down to the 44.
I'm sorry, that's the 46-yard line. That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down. And I see people walk in here with rain on their faces, so I guess it's raining.
It is, yeah. I can see it's raining. I got better eyes.
You definitely do.
I don't know about that. But
I worked out in the sun too long. I must have cataracts or something.
Lincoln took a timeout. The ball, as you said, is going to be on the 46-yard line. So that was a, about a 17-yard pickup on that pass play.
Yeah, and good coverage out there by Taylorville, but Darren was able to put it right into the hands of Keon Carson. Lincoln leads at 35-6 here in the first half. 40 seconds, make it 41 seconds left. And now Lincoln coming out of that timeout. I'm not sure if this is a TV timeout or a regular timeout. You can't tell when you got the TV crew here. Ryan O'Donohue leads them out. The Railers in those red jerseys. Kobe Glenn still talking to Matt Sokowski here on the sideline. Now Taylorville starts to come back out on the field. The official's has a towel over the football. Now he takes it off, and O'Donohue comes up over the football. Lincoln up to the line of scrimmage. Stevens out of the shotgun. He's got Bunner in the backfield with him. Keon's on the right side of the wing formation. Two receivers for Lincoln. Stevens got pressure on, got to get rid of it. Throws it to the sideline. That's Kobe Glenn. He's got it. He's going to be close to a first down. He doesn't want to. He says, I want a first down, gentlemen. Pardon me. Two guys were hanging on to him, and he said, I'll take that first down if you're not going to take me down. And that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. Kobe Glenn to the 34-yard line, and he fought for every yard of that. 30 seconds left in the first half. Stevens out of the gun. Fakes the handoff. Now he's got it to Keon Carson. There's a hole there, and there's a penalty on the play. Keon just across the 30-yard line, but a flag at that point could be against Lincoln, Coach.
Yeah, usually you see a hole in there, and that's what it is. Yeah, Keon tried to get up the middle. He was looking for running room, but when there's no open space to run, the defense closed on him in a hurry. It's going to be a 10-yard mark-off against Lincoln.
So they'll bring the ball back to the Taylorville 43-yard line. 22 seconds left for the half. Now Taylorville goes to the sideline, and there's a timeout. Lincoln on the field, and we'll take a timeout.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
22.4 seconds remain here in the first half. Lincoln leads the football 35-6. It's going to be a first and 18 for Lincoln at the 43-yard line of Taylorville. Just had a holding penalty against Lincoln, and the 10-yard penalty brings us back to the 43-yard line.
We've got 22.4 seconds left, Bob, so time for a few plays here by the Railers. They got one timeout left.
Man in motion. Stevens rolls to his right. Kenai Carson's out there. Now he's going to throw it up the middle, and it's tipped away, almost picked off. A couple of intended receivers out there for Lincoln, but one of the Taylorville players went up high, couldn't hang on to it, and it's going to be an incompletion. So
it was bouncing around a couple sets of hands out there, Bob. Hit a Lincoln Railers hands, I think, but then a couple tornado set of hands, so probably fortunate that it went incomplete.
Jaden Ledley and Isaac Decker were the intended receivers out there. Second and 18 for Lincoln. It's Taylorville 43. Stevens out of the gun. He's got Bunner back there with him. Stevens throws a screen pass out to Keon, and did he hang on to it? No, he didn't. So it's incomplete, so it'll be third and 18.
Or Keon Carson, incomplete.
After 5 completions in a row by Stevens, now he's thrown a couple of incompletions. He's trying to make something happen here with the last 10, 11 seconds of the half, and it could happen.
Look at the back of Keon's uniform. It looks like it's almost ripped. There's a big white patch back there. Here's the snap to Stevens. He's got time. Throws it out there, and it's complete.
Time's going to...
And I didn't pick up who caught that pass.
Time ran out. Who is that?
I think it's Kenai.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Kenai Carson caught the football, but that's going to be the end of the first half with the score. Wait a minute. The officials are calling Taylorville back. They're going to say we're going to run one more play with the zeros on the clock.
Lincoln takes their last time out. The ball's on the 16-yard line.
Lincoln.
And they haven't said it's a first down, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's why we're getting the time put back on.
So that's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. And the ball, I believe, was placed at the 16. That was a nice pass play to Kenai Carson along the sideline.
And now,
hey, can we put 2 seconds back on the clock? Yeah. 2 seconds.
Bunner checks back in. Going to put a couple ticks back on the clock. Lincoln leads at 35-6.
We're going to see a field goal attempt here by Harrow. He's going to put the ball on the 22, so it's going to be a 32-yard attempt.
O'Donohue will snap it to Decker for the placement.
Nope, he's backing up a little.
And it's going to be on an angle.
There he goes.
Off the right side. And what'd you say, Coach, 32-yarder?
It's 34 now. He moved the ball to the 24-yard line, add 10, so it's a 34-yard attempt.
He's tried one earlier this year.
He can hit this.
He's got the leg. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick.
Get there.
Line drive.
Good.
Yeah. Good. 3 points for the Rail Splitters.
34-yarder.
38-6. The Rail Splitters lead it. And, we don't have any sponsors for field goals, but since it's a score, we'll give it to Joe Ryan. What the heck? That's a Country Financial field goal, and the Rail Splitters lead it 38-6. We're going to take a break here for halftime, and then we'll be back with the halftime show sponsored by Brow Incorporated.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Phone 888-924-3786. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Farm and Home Supply. Shop Farm and Home Supply for all your farm, home, and outdoor needs. Stop by at 1501 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Triplet Heating and Cooling, servicing all brands of residential and commercial HVAC systems in the Lincoln and Logan County area. Call 217-651-8683, Triplet Heating and Cooling, an authorized Bryant dealer. Hollenberry and Bennett Funeral Home, providing peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Family owned and operated by Chris and Leslie Bennett. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer football, Town & Country Bank helps empower the financial well-being of communities, one person at a time. Online at townandcountrybank.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Rail Splitter football. Hollenberry and Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Hollenberry and Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Phone 888-924-3786. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Farm and Home Supply. Shop Farm and Home Supply for all your farm, home, and outdoor needs. Stop by at 1501 Woodlawn.
You're listening to Lincoln Rail Splitter Football from Hanlon Field on a Friday night, a senior night, along with Hall of Famer Coach Ken Schweitzer and Bob Verderber. And what an exciting night for the Rail Splitters. They lead here at halftime 38-6. And Coach, it's time to review the lists of the game here at halftime from Me Realty. And our halftime always sponsored by Grow Incorporated, Chris Crow and his fine crew out at 1905 North Kickapoo Street. And here's a review of the list of the game by Coach Ken Schweitzer.
Number one was run the ball and get some blocking. And the Railers have been pretty successful doing that. They have picked up unofficially. We've got 119 yards for Keon Carson, 31 for Isaac Decker, 21 for Peyton Bunner. So we'll give them a plus on that. They run the ball well. Number two, tackling. I think they've done a pretty good job of tackling, especially after that first series. Taylorville was able to take the ball from their own 39 and march downfield in 10 plays and score a touchdown. Tackling wasn't quite as crisp then, but it picked up after that, the next four possessions by Taylorville. Number three, Taylorville likes to throw. Well, they've tried that a little bit, but I think the conditions have hurt them a little bit on that. When they did throw and complete passes, the defense for Lincoln was pretty good, pretty solid. They did throw that one touchdown pass on their first time with the ball, and that was a 20-yard pass into the end zone for their touchdown. But other than that, the Railers have contained that pretty well, made the quarterback roll out a little bit and rush a few passes. Coverage has been pretty good. So I would say for the list of the game, the Railers have been pretty successful here in this first half, Bob.
Well, Coach, listening to you over the years, and you always talk especially to Coach Vlahovic after some of the games about tackling, and one of the keys to tackling that I've always heard you say is you got to keep your feet moving.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't just hit a guy or try to hit him high especially, and try to wrap without moving your legs, because good running backs will run away from you. They'll break the tackles and run out. So you got to keep those legs driving and drive them to the ground. And I think, we've been kind of spotty on that different times during the year, but picked up there, and the Railers have done a fine job here against Taylorville tonight.
Well, Coach Hackett said he wanted to buy lunch for us. So if we go over to Emden, maybe we'll just have you give a tackling technique over there at Emden.
I give one to anybody. I'll teach anybody to tackle, but part of tackling is desire too. Bob, you can teach technique and all, but the kids got to get out there and work hard at it and want to do it, and that makes a great tackler out of any athlete that wants to do it.
Well, the good news is the Rail Splitters lead here at halftime, 38-6. We'll be back after this and with more of the Growl Incorporated halftime show.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism, and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Phone 888-924-3786. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Farm and Home Supply. Shop Farm and Home Supply for all your farm, home, and outdoor needs. Stop by at 1501 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Triplet Heating and Cooling, servicing all brands of residential and commercial HVAC systems in the Lincoln and Logan County area. Call 217-651-8683, Triplet Heating and Cooling, an authorized Bryant dealer. Hollenberry and Bennett Funeral Home, providing peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Family owned and operated by Chris and Leslie Bennett. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer football, Town & Country Bank helps empower the financial well-being of communities, one person at a time. Online at townandcountrybank.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Rail Splitter football.
Hanlon Field, and the Rail Splitters lead here at halftime 38-6, and I'm here with Hall of Famer Coach Ken Schweitzer, and I'm Bob Verderber, and we're going to talk stats in the first half to start things off here. The halftime sponsored by Grau Incorporated.
As we said earlier, leading rusher for the Railers, Keon Carson, he's rushed 6 times for 119 yards. Isaac Decker, he's picked up 31 yards and 4 carries. Peyton Bunner carried once for 21, and Darren Stevens, 2 big runs for 29 yards. Stevens has also completed 6 of his 8 passes for 116 yards. 2 of them have gone to Jaden Ledley for a total of 46 yards, and Keon Carson has caught 2 for 31 yards, and Colby Glenn has caught the other one for 12 yards. Scoring tonight for the Railers, they scored at the very beginning of the game in the first less than 30 seconds, 11:27 mark, with Keon Carson on a 38-yard run. Angel Hara made the extra point, 7-0, and then the Tornadoes answered with a touchdown of their own, made it 7-6, missed the extra point, but still in the first quarter, Keon Carson, another big run, 64 yards, another Harrow kick, made it 14-6, and then just before the end of that first quarter, Darren Stevens hit Ledley for a 31-yard pass. Extra point was good, made it 21-6. Gets us into the second period. 3 scores for the Railers. A Stevens to Ledley 78-yard touchdown pass. Keon Carson a 14-yard run, made it 35-6. And then just as time ran out at the half, Angel Hara hit a 34-yard field goal for the halftime score, 38-6.
Well, thank you, Coach. And the Rail Splitters next week will be on the road. We'll be at Triad High School, and that'll be the last game of the year for us.
Yeah, last game of the regular season. Still hold out hopes for the playoffs. Triad, they're playing tonight against Waterloo. They've got a 5-2 record going into that. One of those wins was a forfeit win in a game they lost, but consequently Mount Vernon had to forfeit that game, so that makes them 5-2. But they're playing a tough conference. It'll be a tough game for the Railers next week, traveling down there. It'll be about a 2-hour bus ride to get to Triad's High School in Troy. But if the Railers, after winning this game tonight, can pull that off, they would have 5 wins and hopefully enough points to get them into the playoffs. But we'll finish this one tonight and work on that for next week. When the time comes. The conference schedule tonight, Mahomet Seymour is playing at Mattoon. Mount Zion is playing at Charleston. And besides our game here, the non-conference game is Effingham. They've completed their Apollo conference schedule for the year. They're playing Breeze Mater Dei tonight at Effingham. Of course, Mahomet Seymour, they've got a 5-0 record going into tonight. Mount Zion's second, 4-1. Effingham 4-2. They finished, as I said. Lincoln's 2-3. After this win, will be 3-3, and we'll finish their final season in the Apollo Conference in football with a 3-3 record in the conference, and in the middle of the pack, 4th out of 7 schools.
Coach, I've enjoyed traveling with you in the Apollo. We've got to go to some different venues and had some adventures out there on the road. You know, we get lost once in a while, but we always find our way there.
Absolutely. We've it's been fun to see some new schools, and even though they've been a bit of a travel distance, we're old guys. We can find our way around, and as long as we find our way home, that's all that counts. But we get to see some nice facilities and meet some new and different people along the way, and it's been really fun.
I'll never forget the time that we went over to Freeburg, and we were on some kind of deck. I don't know if it was raining or not. It was an odd setup, and you were going over to see your son, I believe across the river or on the same side of the river, I don't know. And I picked up a ride. I had to hitchhike back, and I'm looking down, and I can see the St. Louis Arch, and I'm thinking, wow, man, we've been past St. Louis, although we were still in Illinois.
We were south of, if you draw the parallel across, but we were south of O'Fallon, where my son lives, and that's where I was spending the night, so you had to find your way back. But, the trip down there, we ran into some construction on the highway. It was raining on the way down there, so we were running just a little late when we finally got there and found the place. But, we didn't have a great facility either. And then, unfortunately, the game didn't turn out very well either for the Railers.
That had all turned out, and it was a fun trip. And
that was a 48-27 loss. I got it right here. That was back in 2018.
2018, okay. And then over the years, it's always been a lot of fun, no matter what conference we're in. And, of course, next year we'll be back in the Central State 8, and that'll be shorter trips.
Yeah, that'll be shorter trips, and we will have one non-conference game every year as we get back into it. Next year it'll be against Peoria Manual.
So there's now 10 teams in the Central State 8, I believe.
There's 10 now, and we'll make 11.
Is that so? I'm missing one somehow. I've got the 2 Decatur schools, 4 Springfield, Jacksonville, Glenwood,
U-High, and Bloomington, Normal. They took our place when we left.
Okay.
They keep it at 10, so we're going back in. Nobody's leaving, so it'll be 11.
So it'll be 11. Okay. Well, I'm still missing one, but I'll figure it out somehow. So the Rail Splitters back out on the field warming up, and Taylorville's already gone through their warm-ups, and we're getting ready to go for the kickoff. And I want to thank Grau Incorporated, Chris Grau and his fine crew for sponsoring our half times. They're always a lot of fun, and Angel Harrow getting ready to kick it away from the Rail Splitters, again on his long approach from 15 yards, and it may take a while with the TV crew going. We'll have to see what they do as they have to run their spots to earn their money to put us on the TV. And as Coach said, one of the teams will get an award for winning this game from the TV production. Angel on the long approach, and the sponsor of our kickoffs is always Chicago Street Rentals, Perry Weinbrenner and Chicago Street Rentals. And here's the kickoff, and another fine kick by Angel Harrow, and he put another one into the end zone, Coach. So field position for the Tornadoes is going to be back at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Harrow's done a great job all season long kicking off, Bob, and he continues to do it tonight.
So we've got 2 new friends here in the press box. Coaches Volakovich and Cannon have come down to see us. They're staying out of the wind and the rain, and the Rail Splitters have a 38-6 lead.
Yeah, I don't really think they're down to see us, Bob. They're doing their job, watching the ball game, and reporting to the sideline.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. Here we go. Odom out of the shotgun. He's got Hughes in the backfield with him off to his right. Takes the snap, hands off Hughes, right side, and Hughes has got a nice gain up around the 25-yard line before he's taken down. 5-yard pickup for Keith Hughes.
To the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5. Go ahead, Coach.
Hughes has been their leading rusher all year long, Bob, and he's had some nice runs here tonight and gets 5 yards on 1st down right there.
I called him Keith. His name is Seth Hughes. Where's the number 14? They've also got a good tight end in there by the name of Grady Haynott. Haynott, the tight end. Where's the number 45? Odom, the sophomore, out of the gun. Got the snap. This time he hands to Hughes again, and this time he breaks it up the middle, and he wants to go into Lincoln territory. Touchdown saving tackle there for Lincoln, and that was by Christian Brown, as Hughes got great blocking and ran it right up the middle, and they keep the clock running into Lincoln territory. 1st and 10. They got to take time to move the chains.
He went right up the middle, as you said, Bob, pretty much untouched. No defender touched him until he got into the secondary.
McWard the snap to Odom, and they give it back to Seth Hughes. And Hughes stays on his feet. He's a fighting warrior, and he makes it to the 40-yard line, about a yard short, just inches short of a 1st down. So it'll be 2nd and very close for Taylorville.
They started the game with a nice long drive, Bob, and they're starting another drive here. Started on their own 20, and they're in Lincoln territory now.
This time Odom's going to come up, and he'll keep it. He's got the 1st down and more as they surge up ahead, and this time across the 35-yard line. See where the spot is. Looks like at about the 33-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10. They'll move it chains again for Taylorville.
3-yard line.
As a 7-yard pickup straight up the middle by the quarterback.
1st and 10. Odom on the 1st down. He waits for the snap out of the gun. Oh, offsides Taylorville. The tight end for Taylorville, no, it wasn't the tight end. It was one of the wide receivers. He was in the slot, and he took off early.
Penalty, false starts against Taylorville.
5-yard penalty. That stops the momentum of that drive. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Taylorville. 10:24 here in the 3rd quarter. Lincoln leads it 38-6. Taylorville, as we told you, in the gold and the purple and the white as they come to the line of scrimmage. McWard, the center, over the football. Out of the shotgun they go. Seth Hughes in the backfield gets the handoff off the right side, and he's lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage if he did.
Oh.
Now a penalty, maybe a little extracurricular activity there. Penalty came up late.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that is going to be on Taylorville because the Lincoln Railer went flying there. Sometimes the second man gets caught, so I don't know if Lincoln did anything, but I think that's going to go against Taylorville.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a long, maybe a 10-yard penalty, could be 15.
It was a very short gain to begin with. A good defense by the Railer interior line there to stop him at the line of scrimmage or near it. Then they, as you said, Bob, they're tacking on a big one.
15-yard penalty back into Taylorville territory, and they cover the ball up with the towel. Ball spotted at the Taylorville 47-yard line, and now it's going to be a long juggernaut for Taylorville for the 1st down. They trail it 38-6. They're calling it 2nd and 28. McWard up over the football. Odom out of the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs back there with him this time and a man in motion. But Odom wants to pass, and he throws a screen pass out along the sideline. Intended receiver was Seth Hughes, and it was incomplete. So now it's going to be 3rd and extra long. They stop the clock on the incompletion at 9:47.
He's trying to throw to the short side of the field there, Bob, out in the flat area, and yeah, he just looked like it might have slipped a little bit. He just about missed his target, and again throwing in the rain. And it's been a steady rain. Picked up there at halftime, and now it's still pretty steady right now.
Official keeps the ball, trying to protect it. Now he puts it down on the turf. They come to the line. Here's the snap to Odom. Handoff Hughes. Looks for running room. Strings it out, and the Lincoln defense did a nice job that time.
Tackle Ledley.
Yeah, you're right. Ledley, good call. Jaden Ledley on the tackle, and he gets the fist bump from Colby Glenn.
He ran with him to the outside there, and looks like we got another penalty, Bob, but he did a nice job of stringing him out and then wrapping him up and getting him to the ground.
Kept him back in Taylorville territory.
This is going to go against Lincoln, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they're talking it over. Now they act like they're going to go against Taylorville. Holding against Lincoln.
Jeez.
So that'll march it into Lincoln territory from the Taylorville 49-yard line. They come over to talk to Coach Matt Silkowski about the call. Now checking in for Lincoln, the Rail Splitters, that is Ryan Frugier. He's one of the starters for Lincoln on defense.
Personal foul against the Railers.
Personal foul against the Rail Splitters. So they get their 15 yards back.
Yeah.
Could be a couple of athletes, might be the same ones. One, the Taylorville guy got caught the first time. The second time it was a Lincoln player. So that's going to make it 3rd and 13 after the 15-yard penalty with the clock moving, 9:28 left in the third quarter. Lincoln leads at 38-6. Odom out of the shotgun, waits for the snap. He's got a running back there with him and an extra blocker. Tried to pull Lincoln offside. Now he looks to the sideline. Now he goes back looking for the snap. He's got it. Hands off to Seth Hughes. Hughes off that left side, and he's stopped it around the 35-yard line.
I think it was Tate Johnston on the tackle.
Tate Johnston. He's in on quite a few tackles for the Rail Splitters. Frank Sanders running off the field. Looks like he lost his shoe. And now Peyton Bunner's going to check in for him.
4th down 10 for Taylorville.
Ball spotted at the Lincoln 33-yard line. Going to be 4th and 10 now for Taylorville. Baron Odom, the quarterback. Where's the number 15? Here's the snap. Odom's got some time in the pocket. Throws it long, way long up the middle. Good coverage there by the Rail Splitters, and Odom pretty much just threw that away. So it'll be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down for the Rail Splitters, and that's the way we like it, baby, at the Lincoln 33-yard line with 8:24 left after the incompletion.
Yeah, he just hauled off and threw that as far as he could, Bob, and way overthrew his intended receiver down there, and the Railers take over their first possession here in the second half.
Darren Stevens has got the play, goes into the huddle. Odom up over the football. They take the towel off the football. O'Donohue. Ryan O'Donohue, the senior, one of the captains, snaps it. Now he hands it off, and boom, not going anywhere. 3 Taylorville players there to stop the running back for Lincoln. That'll be a loss for the Rail Splitters.
I think that was Decker with the ball. Yeah, he got where the defender was, and they met, and that was the end of that run.
He didn't have much of a chance there. They spot the ball at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Rail Splitters on a 4-yard loss. Field's still in good shape. It's just wet. They've kept it in good shape all year long. O'Donohue up over the football. 2nd and 14 for the Rail Splitters. Kobe Glenn here to the near side. Now they switch up the blocking assignments. Here's the snap to Stevens. They hand it off in the backfield.
We went to the big red side.
I'll have to check and see who that is. That could be Bunner or Decker. It was Bunner.
Yeah.
Big Bunner, the ball carrier.
Yeah, that was a interesting shift there in the line by the Railers, and then they ran it. Picked up a yard, but
to the 30, so it'll be 3rd and 13.
Interesting.
Should go to the air here with a 3rd and 13.
Well, that or maybe run to the wide side, try to run, get to the outside with Keon and give him some room to run.
He's been able to solve that, and he's going to line up here on the short side of the field, but that doesn't mean anything. Stevens, man in motion. Now Stevens spins out to his left, and he wants to throw. He's going to throw it long. Colby Glenn, no. Good coverage on Colby Glenn, the intended receiver. So Lincoln going to have to punt it away from their own 30. It's 4th and 13. They stop the clock with 6:47 left in the third quarter. Scored Lincoln 38, Taylorville 6.
Keon was open down the middle, but Stevens was rolling to his left and looking for another receiver. He did not see Keon Carson open down the middle.
So Ledley will punt it away for the Rail Splitters. He's pretty dependable punter.
First punt of the night for the Railers.
O'Donohue will snap it. Ledley up close for this one. He'll get it away quickly. Low snap, boots it away, and he gets a tough kick over end to the 32, and a nice tackle, open field tackle out there for the Rail Splitters by Keon Carson.
On the return, brought down by Keon.
Taylorville runner had a full head of speed, coach, and Keon grabbed him.
Yeah, that was great coverage down there to trip him up before he could get very far, and it was a good punt. He was up pretty tight that time. That's something we haven't seen lately, Bob, but he got it off.
And like you said, Coach, he hit him low. He grabbed him by the ankles, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Nope.
Zach Pooley in there for the Rail Splitters, the young freshman, 6'4", 270.
I think so.
Up there on that defensive line. 1st and 10 for Taylorville. At the 41-yard line, Baron Odom out of the shotgun. He's got Seth Hughes in the backfield with him with a man in motion. They hand it off. No, Odom's going to keep it himself. He faked the handoff, and he's up around the 44-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup for Baron Odom.
Odom, the keeper.
You know, we talk about defenders finding the ball, on plays, because quarterbacks, they like to fake handoffs and they do reverse stuff. It looks a little easier from up here where we are, but if you're down on field level, sometimes it's hard to find the ball.
It is, yeah. You think the running back got it. That was a 4-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd and 6 at the 45. Odom's got a high snap. This time he hands it to Seth Hughes, and I think he's going to get a first down out of it. If they give him the forward motion, it's going to be close. And it is. That's going to be a first down for Taylorville into Lincoln territory at the 49-yard line. 6 minutes left for the third quarter. Lincoln leads at 38-6. Now checking back into the lineup for Lincoln. That's Evan Walkendorf. He's a junior, 6'1", a 300-pounder.
They're getting nice yardage. They're getting 5 yards before the defense touches them, Bob, and Lincoln's going to try to tighten up that middle by bringing in Walkendorf, I think.
Jacob McWard, the center for Taylorville, up over the football. Odom takes his time. Now he's got the snap. Gives it to Seth Hughes off the right side. Hughes with one room on the right side. He's got a first down and more along the sideline, and they finally just run him out of bounds. Never tackled him, and Seth Hughes gives the first down motion as he brings the ball back to the official.
And he got around the outside again. The containment kind of broke down out there, and he had a little speed to make it, but Lincoln was not able to hold him in and he picked up a first down to the 35.
So that was a 14-yard pickup for Seth Hughes. 5:26 as he went out of bounds. They stopped the clock. Odom goes to the sideline, gets the play from his father, the coach, Jeb Odom. And they come to the line of scrimmage. Odom going to operate out of the gun. He's got Seth Hughes off to his right side. He's got 2 wide receivers and a man on the slot. He's got the snap. Gives it to Hughes. Hughes will run it right up the middle. And the Lincoln defense pushes him back. But he did get some yardage out of it. We'll have to wait and see where the spot's at.
Yeah, just a short gain there. Lincoln kind of converged on him in the middle, and Tate Johnson was the one from the linebacker making the big push. Picked up only 2 yards on that.
To the 33-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for Taylorville, and we're under 5 minutes in the third quarter. Now they're bringing out a new football delivered in a plastic bag to the official. He'll place it on the turf, and McWard, the center, will go down over it. And he'll snap it to Odom out of the shotgun. Got a man in motion, comes to the side, the tight end. They hand it off to Seth Hughes. He's going to take it around the outside, but he doesn't get far. They take him right down at the line of scrimmage. He was ran down from behind, and that was a nice tackle there by Jared Fultz, the senior.
Yeah, that time the Railers were able to contain him and got some good pursuit to put several red shirts on him to stop him for little to no gain.
So that'll be 3rd and 8 at the 33. 4:14, the clock remains running here in the third quarter. Lincoln leads Taylorville 38-6. Odom goes into the huddle with the play. And here we go. Split wide to the right side. That is Clark Rare. Receiver also here on the near side. Snap to Odom. They hand it off to Seth Hughes. Hughes off the right side. Keeps his feet moving. And he's down around the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, I believe, for Seth Hughes.
Yeah, he's going to be close to a first down right there. He's a little short. See where they place it. It's going to be on the 26 or 7-yard line.
So a 27-yard pickup.
Down and about a yard.
You're right, Coach. 4th and a yard. This time, Odom, I believe, will take it himself.
Come on, stop.
Here's the snap. Here's the surge. They keep it going. Good surge there by Taylorville, and they should have the first down.
And once again, he kept his legs driving. That's the key in a play like that. Keep your legs moving and let the pile push you a little forward. And that's what happened. He got past over the 25 to the 24 on the first down. Picked up 2. He only needed 1, so that was a good play.
Here they come, near side hash mark. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 here on the near side. Hughes in the backfield with Odom. Checks with the coach. Now he's back and ready. Here's the snap. Hughes, left side. He's got good running room. He's down inside the 15, I believe.
Hughes the ball carrier.
And no huddle. Here they come.
About 9, second down and 1 at the 15.
Second down and 1 at the 15. Nice running play there to Seth Hughes. They give it back to Hughes. This time he plunges up ahead. Let's see if he got the first down. If he didn't, he's going to be awful close.
No, he didn't need much, I don't think, Bob, so I'm sure he's got it. He's over past the 15.
They're moving the chains.
Down to about the 13.
Momentarily stopped the clock. Now they got it running again. 2:23. Ball at the 13. First and 10 for the Tornadoes. On a good march against the Rail Splitters here. Split wide to the right side's Clark Rare. To the near side, they've got a receiver. Here's the snap to Odom. Give off to Hughes. Hughes on the right side keeps his feet moving. He's always picking up yardage. He's relentless. Down around the 5-yard line.
Hughes the ball carrier.
Looks like they're going to spot it. Hughes to the 5.
Yeah, here they come again. Who do you think's going to carry it, Bob?
I'll go with Odom. And Odom takes it.
Lincoln called timeout before he could run the play.
Before the snap. It was Odom on a 2nd and 2 from the 5.
Well, I would have been wrong because I would have said Hughes. He's carried almost every play on this drive, and with effectiveness. He's done a great job getting them down, knocking on the door.
Well, I'll have to admit I cheated, Coach, but because by the time your question registered in my mind, I saw Odom moving with the football. But Lincoln called timeout. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30. Field, along with Hall of Famer Coach Ken Schweitzer, I'm Bobby V, and the Rail Splitters lead at Coach 38-6, and they called a timeout.
Well, Taylorville's put together a great drive here, Bob. They started on their own 41. They're down to the Lincoln 5-yard line, and Lincoln took a timeout to try to regroup a little bit. It's going to be hard to keep them out of the end zone here. They've had a nice drive run, most all on the ground.
Teaching moment here for Coach Matt Solkowski. See if he can stop Taylorville on this 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line. Lincoln leads the football game 38-6. We got 1:43 left in the third quarter. We've still got another 13 minutes and 43 seconds of football here from Handlin Field. Always fun to do the home games.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's beautiful here. This facility is really nice. Good place to broadcast from, good place to watch a game from.
Yeah, that high wind you mentioned before the game, we would have been in the danger zone in that old press box.
Yeah, I think so, too. It was a little rickety, but this is state-of-the-art compared to that.
It certainly is. They did a good job when they built this one. New set of all new bleachers. And you got to hand it to the Taylorville parents that have hung in here. They've stayed for the whole game. Nobody left.
Yeah, well, the game still goes on. So if parents especially, they'll stay and watch it, which is the way it should be.
1:43 left for the third quarter. And now Lincoln coming out of that timeout defensively. And now here comes Taylorville, and they've had a chance to set their play. Either Odom will do the same thing and try to surge for the first down, or, of course, like you said, Coach, they'll hand it off to Seth Hughes.
Yeah, they got 3 plays to get to the end zone, so that's a good thing for them, I guess. And they still can get a first down before going into the end zone.
Wow, Odom out of the gun, so he'll hand it to Hughes. There's the snap. Hughes has got, no, he's going to pass it. Jump ball, touchdown.
Who is that, 42?
I think it is.
Number 45.
45, the tight end, Grady Haynott on the touchdown. They threw it up for the jump ball, and Haynott went up and got it, and it's 38-12. So if we were gambling men, we would have lost. We thought for sure they'd hand it off to Seth Hughes, but they threw the jump ball in the end of the end zone, and Grady Haynott grabbed it for the 6. And are they going to go for a 2-point conversion? It looks like it.
Yeah, they missed the last one, so they're going to try to make that up.
2-point conversion. Here's the snap, low snap. Odom's got it. Good pressure, but he evades that, and he may take it himself, and he's not going to make it. Good coverage by the rail splitters, so he couldn't pass it, so he tried to take it himself, and he was cut down before he could get to the end zone. So the score now 38-12 after 2 touchdowns have been scored by Taylorville, but they haven't been able to capitalize on the extra point. So now we'll line up for the kickoff, and all our kickoffs sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals. Chicago Street Rentals out at 1909 North Kickapoo Street. Perry Weinbrenner and his fine crew out there will find whatever you need for any construction job you've got. They've got the tools, and they've also got the machinery to help you out.
Taylorville has dominated the third quarter, Bob. Tonight they've run 19 plays in 2 possessions. One of them ended with a touchdown. Railers have only ran 4 plays in this quarter, which is only a minute 39 left. And so they haven't done much on offense. They just had, as we said, 4 and out, and now they're going to get another chance here just toward the end of this quarter.
With some tough field position, Coach, at the 5-yard line, pardon me, they'll get the kickoff. It'll be Chicago Street Rental kickoff, and back deep for Lincoln.
It looks like Brown.
I think so. Christian Brown back deep for Lincoln. And I think Blue's going to do the kickoff this time.
Yeah, I think the Railers are looking for maybe an onside kick here. They got a lot of people up now.
Got a lot of good hands people up front. And they got a new kicker in there. That's 35.
And that's their onside guy.
Kick.
Just let it go. There you go.
That's going to be excellent field position for the rail splitters.
Yeah.
What happened there?
He either missed it or just barely scraped the ball and off the tee, and it went sideways.
Ended up on the Taylor. Right, it ended up where he kicked it off from on the 40.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere basically, and then Railer, they could have just left it and took a chance to go and falling on it, but all as well as ends well. Lincoln's going to have it on the 41-yard line of Taylorville.
And call it a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down for the rail splitters, and that's the way we like it.
First and 10.
First and 10 for the rail splitters, and as you said, Coach, a minute 39 left in the third quarter. Stevens comes up under center. Got the snap. Hands off in the backfield. That's Keon. Keon tries to run it around the sideline, and he's ran out of bounds at about the 39-yard line on 2 yards. He's on his feet. Keeps moving, and he's across the 25-yard line, and that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby, for the rail splitters with 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
He's down to the 23-yard line, and that was a 14-yard pickup. Another big gain by Stevens.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score. Lincoln 38, Taylorville 12. We'll be back in a minute.
First down Railers when we start the fourth period.
Holland Berry & Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Holland Berry & Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
As we start this fourth quarter, Lincoln leads Taylorville 38-12, Coach.
Yep, and I think the rain has stopped, Bob. The coaches have left us and gone back on top, so that means it's not raining too hard if it's raining at all.
Now, they deserved a break after being up there in that wind and rain. And
yeah, absolutely.
The meteorologist said it was going to stop about this time, and it has.
They're never wrong.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess.
Well, almost never.
We're in an extended long TV timeout. We're the game of the week here at Hanlon Field. Taylorville and Lincoln, as Coach said, that's what they did last year when we were over at Taylorville.
Yeah, exactly. And, so Railers got the trophy or whatever they give them for that victory, and they're going to get another one tonight. Although, the Railers came out at half after playing a great first half and really haven't shown much on either side of the ball here in the third period. So fourth period, let's hope we can pick it up a little bit and rejuvenate our offense and then play a little tougher on defense.
If they get a score here, then it'll be a running clock. And,
well, not quite.
Oh, that's right. They scored. I thought we still would have a 40, but we won't. O'Donohue up over the football, and here we go. Stevens out of the shotgun. Kobe Brown here wide to the left, man in motion, and they hand it a reverse.
Well played defensively by the Tornadoes.
They've come to play this second half, as you said, Coach.
That was Isaac Decker. The fake might have a flag, or maybe an injury. Isaac Decker he faked it to Carson going one way, gave it to Decker going the other way, and the defense was right there. Not sure if we missed a block there or what, but they had a defender right there to make the stop near the line of scrimmage.
They've done an excellent job of defense on Lincoln. Stevens going back into the huddle. We're still checking on the injured player. I believe he's sitting up. He's not lying all the way on the ground, but he can't take any chances with young high school football players or at any level.
No. It might be cramps the way they're holding his leg there. It looks like maybe he's having a cramp. And you might think, it's cool out there. How do you have cramps? Well, you're playing hard out there, and it's late in the game, and, it still happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep traction on that wet field.
Yeah.
They're still looking at him. The trainer's out there. Lincoln's huddled up. They're going to have a 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line. And a couple of Taylorville players going to the sideline.
Yeah, if they're trying to treat that out there too, it doesn't. You just can't fix it in a hurry. It takes a while. So they may going to help him off, get him up hopefully, and help him off possibly. It could be more than that, but just it's hard to tell. You can't tell.
11:48 left for the football game. Lincoln leads at 38-12.
He's got a water bottle. He's drinking some water, trying to help himself a little bit. But when it cramps like that and you try to move something, it just comes right back. And they want to get him up and off the field, but he's up. That's 64 lineman.
Yeah, big guy getting some help walking off, limping a little bit. There he goes. Lincoln leads at 38-12. They're trying to hustle him off the field. And as you said, Coach, the rain has stopped. Ball's on the near side hash mark. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rail Splitters at the Taylorville 23-yard line. There we go. Wide receiver for Lincoln, Colby Glenn, goes to his position and we're ready to go. O'Donohue over the football. Man in motion. Handoff.
Nope.
No, is that Stevens kept the football, and a nice gain there. Completely faked me out. Faked the handoff to Keon Carson. Darren Stevens kept the football, and that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. And what do you think, Coach, about the 8-yard line?
Looks like the 8-yard line makes a 15-yard. That's the 4th time that Stevens has carried the ball. Big yards every time. They've not even come close to stopping him.
Kenai Carson checking in for the Rail Splitters. He'll go to his wide receive position on the right side of the field. Stevens comes to the sideline, takes his helmet off. So I believe we got a new quarterback in there.
That's Isaac Decker.
Decker takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself and run it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Same play, new quarterback. Let's hope that's that nothing happened to Stevens to come out of the game. But
he's all right. He's along the sideline talking to people, brushing his hair back. He's all right. And Decker's got the touchdown. That's going to make it 44-12 in favor of the Rail Splitters.
That's the same play that Stevens run 4 times, and that was a quarterback keeper, fake the handoff and run it up the middle, and he had a lot of good running room.
O'Donohue will snap it to the man that scored the touchdown. That'll be Decker on the placement. Angel Harrell with about a 1-2 step kick this time.
Missed it.
And it's off to the side. He didn't take his usual approach, so the score will remain 44-12. We'll be back.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
At the wait a minute, what are they going to do here? They're going to kick it away.
Kick it off.
It's going to be a Chicago Street Rentals kickoff. Chicago Street Rentals out on Kickapoo Street.
Taylorville's out there ready to receive it. Lincoln's not out there ready to kick it yet.
Coach and I are we're going to put on coats and sweatshirts. It's starting to cool off up here in the press box now.
All right. Got mine on.
You got yours on? I got one arm in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't bad until just a few minutes ago. It feels cold.
And the Rail Angel Harrow going out to place the football on the 40-yard line. And it'll be a Chicago Street Rentals kickoff. And that was a Joseph Patrick Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Rail Splitters. They lead it 44-12. Angel Harrow back on his 15-yard approach. He's got the whistle. There he comes. Takes a little stutter and kicks it away. Good long kick. And Taylorville has got it to 10, up to the 20. Take it around the right side, looking for the 30, and they've got it before they're taken down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Taylorville, out around the 32-yard line. Walkendorf going back in there, the freshman Pooley for the Rail Splitters. 51 is the linebacker Tate Johnston.
I think Lincoln's got most of their starters in there. There's somebody, number 70.
32.
You said Zach Poole's in there.
Yeah, and Court Pentecost, a sophomore, I believe, is in there for the Rail Splitters. Jared Fultz, the senior. Baron Odom going to operate out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 for Taylorville at the 34-yard line. Seth Hughes now switches to the left side of Odom, and he's going to get the handoff. Ooh, close to a face mask there. But one of the Rail Splitters got in there, but he couldn't hold the tackle.
Yeah.
For a minute there, I thought he grabbed him by the face mask, but he didn't. No call there.
he got nice penetration there, and I thought he had him for the loss too, and somehow he didn't tackle him, and he wound up making a couple yards out to the 37.
3-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for Taylorville. 10:27 left for the football game. They come to the line of scrimmage. Odom out of the gun. He's got Seth Hughes off to his right shoulder. 2 receivers here on the near side. He's got the snap. Hands off to Seth. And he hits it. He runs into a juggernaut there in the center of the line. The rail splitters. Good sportsmanship. Colby Glenn helping him up over there after he got knocked backwards. I don't know if he got anything out of that one.
Yeah, I think he got back to the line of scrimmage if that, and that's it.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Taylorville. Now the Lincoln defense is starting to hold.
Yeah, those 2 plays are much better, being more aggressive on the defense. We didn't see that the first 2 in the 3rd quarter at all.
Baron Odom, the sophomore quarterback's got the snap, hands off Seth Hughes, right side, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, stays on his feet, and gets all the way out to the 50-yard line. I thought they had him, and he just keeps those legs moving. They don't knock him down. And now checking in for the rail splitters is Nico Sundin, the senior. Coach didn't like what he saw, so he sends Sundin in there, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 50 for Taylorville.
Well, you thought exactly right. They had him stopped. They didn't tackle him to the ground, and he kept running and picked up nice yardage for a 1st down.
Wait for the snap. They change a man on the line of scrimmage. And Odom's got it. He's got a man wide open out in the flat, and he's down to the 40, close to a 1st down. And he's tackled there. On the tackle was number 51, Tate Johnston. There was also another Lincoln player there. I believe Jared Fultz was there.
I think Ledley was there. He's up limping a little bit off of that.
You can see the mud on the back of Fultz's number 41 now. 1st and 10 for Taylorville at the Lincoln 40-yard line. Handoff, Hughes off the right side. Stays on his feet. He's tackled there. Maybe a couple-yard pickup.
This might be a good time to get Ledley out of the game, Bob. He's hurting out there. He's limping a little bit. Game's no doubt in the outcome here, and you want him healthy for next week.
Tackle was made by Jared Fultz. 2nd and 8 on the 2-yard gain at the 38. Odom looks along the side of the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left side. Hands it off to Seth Hughes on the left side. And he's got good running room and a 1st down and more. And
that ball's loose.
He got to the 28, maybe 27-yard line. Looks like Hughes may have gotten back. No, they're going to say Lincoln got the recovery. Good call, Coach. Coach Schweitzer, good at calling those fumbles. I didn't see who picked it up. Yeah, it looks like that could have been... I think it was the guy that picked it up might have been Ryan Frugier.
Yeah, I couldn't see. There's a lot of shirts there, and both sides. I just saw the ball pop out at the end of the play. Didn't know who was going to get on it, but luckily for the Railers.
1st and 10. That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance 1st down. That's the way we like it, baby.
1st and 10 Railers on their own 28-yard line.
Well, first turnover of the game, Bob. I got to say both teams have done a good job of protecting the ball up till then on a nasty night out here weather-wise. But the only turnover, a fumble by Taylorville right now. And now we have a Lincoln timeout.
Timeout for the Rail Splitters. They lead at 44-12. Joe Dom checking back into the lineup for the Rail Splitters.
Timeout.
And we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with Lincoln on top, 44-12.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism, and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Hanlon Field on senior night. Hall of Famer Coach Ken Schweitzer, along with Bobby V and the Rail Splitters coming out of that timeout. Coach, they didn't like what they saw, and Coach Sokowski called a timeout.
Yeah, I'm not sure they didn't have the right after a turnover like that, sometimes kind of happens suddenly, and your offensive team or somebody might not have gotten out there in time, and rather than taking a penalty, they took the timeout. But
yeah, I think that one of the Rail Splitters realized that he should have been out there, and he got out there kind of late.
Yeah.
Here's Lincoln out of the gun. Here's the handoff. That's Keon Carson with the football. Good coverage on him, and he doesn't have any run in the room at all. He just runs out of bounds and stops the clock. Keon, he didn't even try to make the turn there. He saw 3 or 4 players and just said, well.
That's good defense. You string him out and keep him contained, and no place for him to run. And he did all he could do. We do have a flag down over there, but that's what we like to see Lincoln defense do a little more on those outside runs. It's going against the Railers.
Penalty was at the 25.
It's a big one. It's probably a hold.
Against the Railers, 10-yard penalty.
And we go back to the 15-yard line. So now it's going to be long first down with 8:09 left on the game clock. Ball at the 15. Darren Stevens out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap. He's got a man in motion. Going to keep it himself. And he's taken down for a short gain, maybe 2 or 3 yards. And that was a first and 23.
Yeah, and that's the first time that the defense from Taylorville was able to read that and make a nice play on Stevens for only a 3-yard pickup.
Out to the 18-yard line. 2nd and 20 now for Lincoln. We lead at 44-12. Stevens waits for the snap. He's got it. Spins to his right. Fake the handoff to Keon. Now he's going to throw it long. Oh, intended receiver Colby Glenn slipped. The pass was short, and he went back to get it, and he slipped. So it'll be now 3rd and 20.
Yeah, I don't know if he had kept his footing, if he'd have got to it or not. He might have, but you're right, Bobby. You called it exactly right. He slipped down and couldn't get back to the ball. But I don't know if it's concern or not for the coaching staff, but this game for second half is 6-6. Both teams have 1 touchdown, and the Railers, after having a great first half, have really kind of, I don't know if they just took it for granted or what, but they just haven't played quite as well here in this second half as they did in the first.
And they're taking a long time in the huddle. Well, because Darren Stevens still on the sideline with head coach Matt Sokowski. Now he's back out there, and here we go. Split wide to the right is Keon Carson along with Colby Glenn. And now Taylorville wants a timeout.
Wow.
So we'll take a timeout. Lincoln leads at 44-12.
How you holding up? Nothing wrong with getting help.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Lincoln Community High School at Hanlon Field, and the Rail Splitters lead at 44-12. We're in a long extended TV timeout, so we'll be back with you here in a second. The Rail Splitters along the sideline talking to Coach Matt Silkowski, and now the officials starting to get things going again. They must have headphones down there relayed from the TV crew that is here that are bringing you the game of the week between Taylorville and Lincoln. And now they're going to line it up. Rail Splitters getting ready to get into position here as O'Donohue comes up over the football. Kobe Glenn split wide to the right. And now Keon Carson in the slot for the Rail Splitters. In the backfield is Bunner, and here's the snap to, no, big pressure now, and now he gets out of it. That's Stevens along the sideline, and he throws it incomplete. He didn't have much choice there. He's getting chased by about 3 or 4 Taylorville Tornadoes, and he had to get rid of it.
Yeah, Taylorville only had 3 down linemen, it looked like that time, but they blitzed the linebacker, and he got through untouched and forced Stevens out of the pocket there. He had to roll to the right, and it looked like that ball almost got intercepted over there on the sideline, but it went through the hands of the defender.
So now Ledley going to have to punt it away for the Rail Splitters. 4th and 20 situation. O'Donohue will snap it.
Coming up.
There it is. Nice snap. Boots it away, end over end. Going to get a good Lincoln roll. Good coverage out there.
Oh, let it go.
And it's going to be out close to the 50-yard line. And Taylorville will take over 1st and 10. Keon Carson on the coverage of the punt.
We've got 7:03 left in the game, Bob. Lincoln with a commanding lead, 44-12. Just has not been a real clean second half here for the Railers.
Yep, just slowed down, and when they came back out, there was a good drive there by Taylorville, and after that they sort of had us back on our heels. Going to be 1st and 10 for Taylorville, and they're going to say that they're going to spot it at the 47-yard line. Frank Sanders checking back in for Lincoln. At one point, he'd lost his shoe. Odom going to operate out of the gun. Bunner hustles off the field. Here's the snap to Odom. Definite pass play. And then good job there. Good coverage. Big play there by Evan Wackendorf for the Rail Splitters. He came through the middle of the line, and he made a nice tackle on Odom.
Yeah, and luckily Odom had a man out in the flat wide open down here right in front of us, but he didn't see him, and by that time Wackendorf had worked his way through the line and made a nice stop. Good penetration.
Well, Wackendorf's moved to Lincoln, and we could tell, a couple years ago that he was going to be a good one, and now he's just only a junior, and he makes a big tackle there.
It's nice to know he's going to be back next year.
Yep. 2nd and 15 on the 5-yard loss on the quarterback sack by Evan Wackendorf. Here's the handoff. Seth Hughes looks for running room on the right side across the 50, and they grab his shirt and drag him down on the tackle for the Rail Splitters.
Use the ball carrier.
That was number 20. I should know who that is. That's Jaden Gully, the sophomore, 5'9", 180. We saw a little bit of his talent last week, and he makes a nice tackle there.
Yeah, we thought maybe he'd play a little more tonight, but Peyton Johnson was healthy enough to be in there, and now Gully's getting his chance.
Now it's 3rd and 10 for Taylorville at the Lincoln 47-yard line. Odom out of the gun.
Oh, there's a
bad snap, but
they had motion before their tailback there was in motion before the snap.
So now it'll be 3rd and long. 5-yard penalty back into Taylorville territory at the 48-yard line.
They've been bouncing back and forth across 50-yard line here on this series, and now it's 3rd and long.
Lincoln leads Taylorville 44-12, 5:30 left for the game. Seth Hughes in the backfield with the quarterback Odom. Now a man goes in motion. Now they blow it dead again. The man in motion was the tight end. That was number 45, Grady Haynott. And now Taylorville wants a timeout. 5:24 left for the game. Lincoln leads at 44-12, and Bobby V and Coach Schweitzer will take a timeout.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Odom's got the snap, rolls out to his left, got time, throws it up ahead and slapped away. Good coverage by the Rail Splitters. Now it's going to be 4th and 15 for Taylorville. And quickly, while we've got a chance, we want to thank a lot of our fine sponsors out there: Mike Mosky Auction Service, Chestnut Health Systems, Headline Salon in Lincoln, Me Realty, Culver's of Lincoln, State Bank of Lincoln, Sharon's Auto Repair, Farm and Home Supply, Triplet Heating and Cooling, Holland, Berry and Bennett Funeral Home, Town and Country Bank. Of course, we want to thank Chicago Street Rentals, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Grau Incorporated, and we're ready to go here. 4th and 15 for Taylorville.
That was Jaden Gully on the knockdown on that last pass play, and here we got
didn't even get the snap off.
No, now the flag goes down. I don't know if he tried to snap it, and they're just calling procedure against Taylorville. Maybe Lincoln could recover that.
5-yard penalty, illegal procedure on Taylorville.
Brings it back deeper into
4th down and
Taylorville territory at the 43. Now it's going to be 4th and long at the 43. 5:18 left of the game, 4th and 20 to be exact. Lincoln 44, Taylorville 12. On a Friday night under the lights, we wait for the snap. Seth Hughes getting back into his position off to the left of the quarterback, Odom, and here's the snap. Odom wants to pass. He's going to throw a Hail Mary long, and it's picked off.
No.
Didn't he? Dropped it. Well, he tried to get it.
You don't want to pick off that one down there.
That was Christian Brown. Yeah, that would have been like a long punt.
Yeah, I might as well get the ball where the line of scrimmage was. So
that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby, with 5:12 left in the game, and Lincoln with a substantial 44-12 lead.
Odom just reared back and fired it, Bob, just to get it downfield and hope somebody could run under it. And the only one that really ran under it was the defender, Christian Brown.
Here comes Stevens into the huddle. He's got the coach play from Matt Silkowski. Gabe Smith splits wide to the right. Colby Glenn here to the near side.
Oh.
And here's the pass. Colby Glenn along the sideline. Touchdown, Lincoln. Colby Glenn takes it in for the Rail Splitters. Colby Glenn wears the number 8. He's a junior, 5'11", 160, and they're dancing in the end zone.
touchdown pass.
That pass was Carson. Keon Carson took the handoff from Stevens, and then he ran to the left and then threw the ball. And Glenn was open and took it all the way to the touchdown.
Nice pass by Keon Carson, and that'll make it 50-12 in favor of the Rail Splitters. Stevens checks in. Also checking in for Lincoln, that's number 68, Noah Rachel. Lincoln going to go for the two-point conversion. Here's the snap and the run off the right side.
Carson.
Keon Carson in for the two-point conversion, and all of a sudden it's 52-12, and Lincoln's got a 40-point lead with 5:03 left, and that'll be the running clock. Rail Splitters with a two-point conversion. They put another second back on the clock, 5:03 for some reason.
Okay. Trying to catch up on the stats here, Bob, but that was a nice play by the Railers. I guess they're practicing that for next week in case they need that. But
that was a good long pass play, too.
It was 43 yards, and, it was pretty deceptive. They give it to Carson. You expect him to run wide, which he did, but then he stopped and pulled up and made a nice pitch, a nice throw out there to Glenn, who ran away from the defense and got to the end zone. Then they'll go for the two. I think they justify that because they missed a kick before, so to get back on where they want to be. So as you said, it'll be a running clock for the last 5 minutes and 3 seconds.
Isaac Decker out there for the Railers, along with Frugier and Bunner for the Rail Splitters. Foltz is out there as the Rail Splitters get ready to kick it away. Angel Harrow on that long approach, the 15-yard approach. Once he kicks it, they'll start the running clock. Lincoln with a 52-12 lead. Here's the approach. And boot away. Nice long kick. Picked up around the 10 to the 15, 20. Here they come to the 25, 30. Still on his feet to the 35, close to the 40. Still on his feet to the 45, 46, 47-yard line before he's taken down. And the tackle made by Gully for the Rail Splitters.
Nice return there. Got a little bit of blocking and did a nice job of running and evading a few tacklers. And Raiders finally got him down, but not before he got it out over the 40-yard line to where are they going to put it? About the 45 or 46.
A lot of guys out there, limping off the field's Gabe Smith. I hope he's all right. Braden Denny checks in. A lot of guys we usually don't see out on the field getting in now for the Rail Splitters. Kenai Carson stays out there. Odom going to operate out of the shotgun. He was short a guy. Now he's going to come in at wide receiver. Here's the snap. Handoff, Seth Hughes off the left side. And he's going to get a first down out of it, Coach. If he doesn't, they're going to move the chains. Nice. Seth Hughes, very dependable.
Nice hard run. And Railers still have some of their starters out there on the field, Bob. And had a hard time here, especially this half, stopping the offense of Taylorville. Although they've only scored one time, they've been able to move the ball.
First and 10 at the Lincoln 41-yard line. 3:40 left for the game. Baron Odom, Seth Hughes in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Hughes gets the handoff again on the right side. Spins out of a tackle. Stays on his feet. Still stays on his feet. Won't go down. Finally does at the 32. Excuse me. Angel Harrow in on the tackle for Lincoln along with Isaac Decker.
Number 14 for them, Seth Hughes. He's been a workhorse tonight, Bob. He's had a lot of care. We don't keep the Taylorville stats, but I'll bet he's got 20 to 25 carries tonight at least.
Yeah, he's got to have 100 yards. 2nd and 1 for Taylorville. Guard up over the football. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 here to the near side. Taylorville like to score one more time. Odom gives it off to Hughes off the left side. Good coverage out there. Breaks the tackle. Stays on his feet. He's going to be close to a touchdown. He does have a touchdown. Seth Hughes tackled in the touchdown. The ball's knocked loose, and it's still called a touchdown. That'll make it 52-18. And the clock continues to run. Once you have that 40-point lead, the clock will continue to run. They should stop it, I would think, on the touchdown, but I guess they don't.
I think they're supposed to, but let it run.
Well, it's the home field clock, so she's still running.
That was Hughes again.
Wow, he's something else. He was wrapped up, and he just ran out of the tackle. Taylorville fans get to ring the cowbells, and they'll attempt the extra point. With still the running clock at 1:50. And now they stand everybody up. Official gives a Taylorville timeout. So that stops the clock at 1:48. They call it timeout to kick the extra point.
They've taken at least, it seems like they've had 4 or 5 this half, but if that's got to be at least their third, I would say. They've got to be out of them. Yeah, that's interesting too. They're probably not... might not be happy with the last touchdown the Railers scored on the halfback pass with a big lead like that, but if you think you might want to use that in a game later on, it doesn't hurt to practice it once or twice in a game.
Well, Lincoln leads at 52-18. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
When I was 10, my
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Back out of the timeout here at Lincoln High School with the score 152-18 with 1:48 left. Taylorville will attempt the extra point. Wait for the snap and the placement. Here it is. Here's the kick. Looks good, is good, and that'll make the score. Lincoln 52, Taylorville 19, and they continue the running clock again with 1:44 left. The kickoff will be sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals out on 1909 North Kickapoo Street. If you have any questions, call Perry Weinbrenner out there. He'll get what you need for all your construction needs. They've got equipment out there. They've got backhoes, bulldozers, you name it, they've got it. You can probably even drill a well with their equipment.
I'll bet you could.
No doubt. And, of course, they've got the scaffolding.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, I've become a scaffolding expert. Yeah, I live with a scaffolding expert.
You should go out there this week and see if you can rent some.
Yeah, and just put it up and admire it.
Is that the moon out there?
It is the moon.
Cool.
Good job, Ken.
Orange.
How did that show up?
I don't know.
Half a moon.
Coming out over the tree there.
Yeah. And if that big light wasn't in the way, I think we could see Jupiter.
I bet you could. Hey, we're observant up here, Bob, in the booth, so we see everything.
That's right.
We miss a lot, but we see everything.
And if we don't know it, we'll make it up. 47 seconds left in the ball game, and Lincoln leads at 52-19. You got to hand it to Taylorville. They didn't give up. They went down and scored.
Yeah, I know. You know, they played even with the Railers this second half. I mean, give them credit. You're right.
We've got one lone player back as a receiver. It could be Christian Brown.
Yeah, they're going to try another onside kick. We tried it earlier and didn't work, but they're going to give it another shot here.
Here it is.
Oh, I think he hit it before it went 10, just before. It's right in front of us. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying, that the
Taylorville player hit it.
Yeah, he's got to go 10 yards, and it went about 9, and he ran and caught it. Railers weren't there to stop it, but I think Railers going to have it on the 49-yard line of Taylorville.
That's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down.
I think. I mean, they haven't signaled anything. I think they're hoping the clock runs out so they don't have to decide.
Well, they haven't started the clock.
Okay, put the ball down. That's Lincoln's ball.
49-yard line. They don't have to drive the ball off anymore.
They still have not signaled the ball yet, which way it's going. They just want to get the clock running.
Now they got it running.
Well, Lincoln's just going to take a knee and
get
it.
Victory formation, yeah. Darren takes a knee at the 50. Now Ledley's going to check back in.
Yeah, that's going to be it. They don't even have to worry about time.
We don't have to worry about it. And this time it's senior night. They're getting ready to shake hands. And let's name off those seniors that played their last game here at Hanlon Field. Number 13, Isaac Decker. Number 17, Peyton Johnson. Number 22, Jaden Ledley. Number 41, Jared Fultz. Number 53, David Morrow. Number 55, Nico Sundin. Number 65, Ryan O'Donohue. Number 66, Braden Denny. And number 68, Noah Rochelle. And last but not least, the 10th senior, number 79, Sebastian Hill. And those are the 10 seniors that played their last game here on the home field. And that's not including the band members, the pom-pom girls, and the cheerleaders that all are a big part of the program. And the Lincoln Railers coming out with a big victory here tonight, Coach, 52-19.
Yeah, everything happened in the first half. All the good stuff. The Railers scored often and quickly in that first half and got a sizable lead at halftime, and then added a couple scores here in the second half. But it was essentially over score-wise at the half, and now the Railers take their 4-4 record, 3-3 in the Apollo Conference. Last Apollo Conference game we'll play, and they'll take that 4-4 record down Interstate 55 next Friday to Triad High School in Troy, Illinois, and hopefully they'll pull out a victory against a pretty tough opponent and get your 5th victory.
Again, final score: Lincoln 52, Lincoln 52, Taylorville 19. I want to thank our general manager Jim Ash. I want to thank Lloyd Kirby for engineering and setting everything up here tonight. I want to thank Joe Lee in her rookie year back at the station for spinning the dials for us. And of course, I want to thank Hall of Famer Coach Ken Schweitzer. It's been a pleasure, Coach, and we go on the road, as you said, for that last game. I want to thank everybody for listening. It's Bobby V reporting on this beautiful Friday night. The rain has stopped and the wind has settled down. Have a safe drive home. Final score: Lincoln Rail Splitters 52 and the Taylorville Tornadoes 19.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Phone 888-924-3786. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Farm and Home Supply. Shop Farm and Home Supply for all your farm, home, and outdoor needs. Stop by at 1501 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Triplet Heating and Cooling, servicing all brands of residential and commercial HVAC systems in the Lincoln and Logan County area. Call 217-651-8683, Triplet Heating and Cooling, an authorized Bryant dealer. Hollenberry & Bennett Funeral Home, providing peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Family owned and operated by Chris and Leslie Bennett. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com. Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer football, Town & Country Bank helps empower the financial well-being of communities, one person at a time. Online at townandcountrybank.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Rail Splitter football. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.